And we are good. Alright, so welcome to session 5. I won't make y'all do your memory because it's been a while. So I'll just go over the overview of it. Yeah, I was thinking about it. I was like, they're not gonna remember half the stuff that happened.
Especially... yeah, and happy anniversary to you guys, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Oh yeah, happy anniversary.
Thank you.
That is the reason.
Don't think we didn't notice you didn't say that on the 31st.
Yeah. No, Sabata gets full credit for remembering that 100%.
Yeah, I'll get full credit just for remembering that events happened. I don't need specific dates. I'll get it within like a few months and call it good.
Oh, good. Let's see.
I almost wanted to message you guys on the 30th and be like, "Happy anniversary of meeting."
Oh, I did.
Person.
I did. I sent it. Sent it in the Facebook group.
Oh yeah, you did.
I didn't
That's
know.
right.
Yeah, that was a hint. That's like in the office where he was like, "Happy birthday." They're like, "Oh, thank you." He's like, "Don't we have the same birthday?" And then he looks like, "Happy birthday, Michael."
Oh my god.
Basically, that's what it was. It's like, "Hey, happy meet in person day. Happy anniversary, Lance and Hillary."
Well, I was super confused because Lance just said like "happy day we all met each other," and I was like, "Dude, did he write down the day we met in exile?" Or like,
yes,
yes,
the day you picked us up from the airport, buddy.
I document everything.
I may need to refer back to it one day.
Day 623. Mech hasn't been on. I'm concerned. All right.
That's like Sisyphus. I'm condemned to this place.
so that I still can't already believe it was a year, and
right.
I know you guys are happy in Colorado and everything, but I was still pretty dang impressed with what I'm not gonna lie.
What?
Impressed that they're still together?
No, with Weatherford.
Oh, Texas. Yeah.
I'm sorry, you cut out. Yeah, I'm like impressed about what?
You cut out.
I'm still impressed that y'all haven't killed each other yet.
Yeah, I'm
Congrats.
surprised you guys. No, not at all, dude.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
No, it was really nice out there.
Yeah. I feel like we wouldn't think the same if we had, spent much time there. Kind of like I don't like Spokane, you don't like LA, Stricken. But for an outsider, it was fun. I had a really nice trip up there. Thanks for having us again.
Oh yes. Thank you for picking us up from the airport.
Gifts.
Oh yeah, no, that's what made us think about it because we had to get picked up by her brother from the airport when we landed, and it was like just a mess. And it was like, no, I still remember picking up Sabata and him just being like horrified and lost.
Oh yeah.
It's like I'm here.
Most people, when they first meet me, my eyes are as wide as dinner plates because I'm in like a new place. I'm terrified. I have no idea what's going on. Like
you said, we weren't. I think you said you weren't even sure we were going to be there to pick you up.
Oh yeah, dude. No, it could have been a 50. Yeah, just pranked.
You wasted fucking money on an air trip, dickhead.
You land. There's just like you land after all these years. There's just a guy in a sign that just says Sabata, and as you go up, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm here for your pickup." Lance says, "Fuck you for killing him in exile all those years ago. Bye."
Oh, dude, that's elaborate revenge.
Yeah, the longest con ever.
Ooh.
You thought I was going to invite you to my wedding, but instead you're getting a dick in your mouth.
No, the wedding's still really happening, but yeah, you're not invited. It's on the opposite side of the country. I live in Maine.
Yeah, here's your Greyhound bus ticket.
Oh, dude, fuck you. I just saw that on an episode of Malcolm in the Middle, and they trick Reese into thinking he's going to like visit his grand, and then like. He's only going to be gone for 48 hours, and the bus ride there's like 24, and the bus ride back's 20. And so, like, right before he leaves, he's like, later, suckers, I'm going out to the lake. And they're like, dude, do the math. Like, you're sitting on a Greyhound bus for 48 hours. Like they basically just used Greyhound to babysit their kid.
Yep. All right, let me see. All right, so notes from last session. You met with Jack, who was the lady of the house at the repose after your victory in the arena.
Quotations, Jack.
Quotations, Jack. The party was given 1,500 gold for their victories and offered different quests should they be interested, with the promise of more pay and more work upon success. First quest being the retrieval and return of, she said, the traitor, which is Grim, to her. and the second quest being a delivery to be picked up in Talinor and returned to Turin by the 20th of this month, which with 3 days of travel time, you essentially have 3 to 4 days to make a decision and get over there. However, more importantly, towards the end of the session, we gained a lot more information. You learned that Teresa Dawn is actually a member of the Jackboots in some way. You learned that she is the twin sister of the Lady of the Repose, who you just met. You learned that from Sarah, the barmaid. You learned Grim may or may not be a double agent. The Jackboots say one thing, he says one thing, and you're not really sure what's truth at the moment. But he's also the only person with the lead on Russo, so it's kind of in a tough spot. And you also learned that some of the Merchant Guard may be compromised, according to Jack. But as going into this session, you've just finished a long rest, so everyone's at full HP, got all your spells back. It is the 10th of Marathar, the 3rd month, in the beautiful city of Turin, as the party finds themselves in deeper than expected, with more questions than answers, and with skeptical but the beneficial current trust of the Jackboots and the Lady of the Repose, they have learned there is more going on in the city than they had previously thought. With more money on the table, the questions once again lies with the mysterious dwarf Grim. So, you are in Tip's Winery and Inn once again, waking up on the 4th day of the celebration. What would y'all like to do?
Well, quick question, Lance. Like, did we get to do like the stuff like that we said we were doing for the downtime?
Some of the basic stuff, yeah. So, I believe. Let's see what I got on here.
I think it was. I had eyes.
Yeah. Dog was gonna buy more bolts to get back up to full. Hillary or Lilith or somebody needed Eyes of Newt, which is doable.
That was.
That was very.
And then you needed a snake's tongue and honeycomb. And then.
And a necklace.
And a necklace?
Yeah, I wanted to go buy a necklace.
Like just for fashion, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Turgan was looking for iron parts for his tinker set to possibly make Dog a shield.
Well, I was trying to get a shield and then work off of that, you know?
Okay, yeah, but yeah, we can, if that's everything y'all need, then yeah, we can do that, just as like part of the overlap, essentially.
Okay. Oh yeah, that buckler thing with the, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I guess firstly, bolts are pretty cheap. I think it would be like 6 silver, if that. I'd have to check.
Sweet. Am I allowed to carry more than 20, or is that like what my quiver holds?
That's what your quiver holds, but you could buy a second quiver too.
Oof.
Double quivers.
Oh man.
I mean, that's what I did in the last campaign with my bard. I had like 2 quivers.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep 1 quiver full of 20 bolts in my like backpack as well. But yeah,
1 on either leg.
But yep. So yeah, it's probably about 6 silver for you, Dog. The Eyes of Newt, I would say, like you needed what, 10?
Yeah, I wanted to get 10 of them. I couldn't find a price for them anywhere.
Yeah, I would say 5 silver.
A piece or total?
Total.
Okay.
It's this Eyes of a Lizard. The Snake's Tongue and Honeycomb.
Well, they're fermented Eyes of Newt.
Oh.
So with the fermentation.
Well, now we're talking like 1,000 gold. So.
Oh my god.
I mean,
yeah, no, you're fine. That just means they
Okay.
put them in like some kind of like citric acid to ferment.
Stewed them.
Yep. As far as the snake tongue,
It just sounds like you're talking about a delicacy.
I mean,
That does like
it
I
could
cannot think about it as anything but him eating these eyes.
Yeah,
I mean,
you think that for
that's
spells, but he's just gonna be popping them like jelly beans as you walk through the streets.
Oh my god.
the JoJo meme where the dude's fucking wiggling the cherry around on his
Oh,
tongue.
no.
Me and Brad, check that show out. You should be ashamed of yourself.
What?
JoJo's
You checked
Bizarre
out-
Adventure.
No,
Me
that
and
show's
Brad,
amazing.
we're over here smoking one day, and Brad even was like, "Dude, you have to remind me to give Stricken shit for liking the show." Like,
No, I don't care.
And
You give me a shit about enough shit that I like, I stand by it all.
dude, I literally
Bring it.
last night I came across some
Amen,
shit about
brother.
this girl eating an eyeball, man. And like, oh my god, like please no, just no, not delicious. You're a monster.
Yeah, I would say for the snake's tongue and honeycomb, it'd be like 5 silver, nothing crazy. What kind of necklace were you trying to get?
I believe it's like a silver with like some purpley green, like vines going through it. We can, yeah.
You're,
Like
try-
like
you're trying to
pendant
you're
and-
trying to buy one of those?
Yeah.
This is the music that plays when I take a bath in a fresh mountain spring, and I'm like a naked goblin just running.
You can just tell me how much it is, and I will, show up
Oh, imagery. So
wearing it.
I thought you liked being dirty.
Okay, well, I mean, trying to find something
this
like
one.
that's already built, you would probably have to have it like custom created, because it's like the description is pretty intricate.
Mm.
But yeah, no, you could find someone to do that pretty easily. It would probably, as long as
This is Turin, after all.
Oh yeah, no, exactly. So you could find someone to do it. It would probably only cost you like, with that amount of detail, I would say like 5 gold, unless you put some crazy gem inside of it.
Okay.
And then the shield, you want an iron shield or a wood shield, Turgan?
Whatever would fit him good. I mean, like, as far as like for the whole like deploying thingamajig that I want to try to like work on, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need something a little bit bigger than a buckler, but not too big that it's like bigger than him, you know?
Oh, of course. Yeah, let me see real quick.
Is there like shields that are like, I guess, like halfling size, you know, that can fit like a goblin?
Oh yeah, I mean they could custom make you a shield.
Ooh, that's pretty cool. You can get a Bezoar stone.
Yeah, a basic shield cut down to goblin size, I would probably say is like 6 gold.
Okay.
But that's basic, you know, like iron trim, wood center, like nothing fancy done to it.
Okay. And as far as like the excess iron and stuff to try to tinker this mechanism or everything to it, like in working with the blacksmith, I guess.
Well, how intricate are you thinking of getting? I was gonna say, like, how many bars would you estimate you think you would need? Like, assuming you don't roll horribly and like waste all of it.
I've always been one to err on the like safe side, so I would say like for like the leg reinforcements and for them not to like just like snap or whatever, like probably like I would probably buy like 10 bars and then maybe use like, you know, I don't know, like 8 of them or something like that,
Yeah.
you know, and then have 2 left over just in case to like work on it.
Alright, I'll round down on that price, because otherwise it's gonna go into like coppers and junk. It would probably be like 5 gold for 10 bars.
Okay.
So, like,
So we're looking at 11 gold.
total, yeah.
And as far as like to make like again, since we're custom making this shield, like it would have like a notch on like, I guess one, like maybe I guess like the right corner of it, so he can like rest his crossbow on it.
Yeah, but that's something that he could just do for you. He's already gonna have to make a smaller shield than normal anyway, so
Okay.
yeah, that could just be included. That's fine.
All right. So what would be my tinker checks? Like 2 or 3 checks or something?
Yeah, I would probably say, I'd say just give me 2.
All right. And is scaling off my intelligence?
Yes.
All right.
Nice.
17. It'd be it'd be 19 for the first one.
Nice.
Come on, I need to make this shield good. Yeah, goddammit.
Oh yeah. Yep. Pretty easily. Yeah, you were able to make the shield exactly how you described it. It is even sized down. I would say it's probably like almost full body with just like the top of his head showing if he like placed it on the ground.
So I'm going to like, I guess, walk to the tavern with it behind my back and like, you know, like knock on his, Dog and Lilith's door and be like, if you have a moment, I have something for you, Dog.
So I'm gonna waddle out the door, stare at him.
I just like, I kind of like kneel down to him and like pull from behind my back like the shield. Like, oh, well, this is to better protect you, and also and I kind of like lay it, not lay it, but like place it like with the like the pointed edge of the shield like down on the bottom, and kind of like jam it into the floor for a second, and like watch the legs like like deploy out, and I let go of it and like let it sit there, like, and you can have it as a stationary area to fire your bolts from.
So it's like a little like portable hidey hole.
Yes, that will actually defend you. And I just like with my like prosthetic metal arm, I just like give it a good bang, and you just hear like boom on it.
Yep. Just straight echoes.
Yeah, that's really something. Nobody's ever really like given me anything like this before. I don't really. Thanks.
Don't think anything of it. And I just kind of get up and be like, "I'll see you at breakfast." And
I'm hiding the face.
It's already hiding behind the shield.
Yep. And
I just went like turning away, like I was crying. Yeah.
So with that shield, so I think effectively, like the AC won't make a difference for you. I think it might actually make your AC worse because of how high it is with your dex. But if you place the shield as a bonus action and you like mount your crossbow on it, I would say it's +1 to hit.
Hot damn! Got you a fucking enchanted weapon, pretty much.
Sort. I mean, it still won't penetrate magic resist, like magic only weapon type damage. But yeah, so essentially you get +1 to your rolls.
It's a physical +1.
Yeah. So if you take the time to bonus action on putting the shield down, putting the crossbow on top, firing, you would have +1.
Thank you very much.
Obviously,
DM, and thank you, Mac.
You're very welcome. Well, you're the one who came up with the idea of having like a buckler and shit like that, and then we just elaborated on top of it.
Yeah, kind of like when we reworked Star Wars like those 8 times.
I think we're up to 9 now, actually.
We don't have time for that right
now. All right. So, Turgan, you're heading down for breakfast. What's everybody else doing?
Really quick, did you charge me for the snake's tongue and the honeycomb too?
Yeah, I told you it'd be like 5 silver for that stuff, and probably about 5 gold for the necklace. Yeah.
Snake's tongue.
Did I go out in the morning to get the Eyes of Newt, or
I'm basically treating it as you all got up early, took care of all this stuff, and you're kind of coming back.
I will head back to the tavern.
What is it? Saffron? I imagine that like Lilith got her snake's tongue in like a little tiny vial, but like saffron.
Yeah, or like a vanilla bean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I get you. Like
really,
a little glass jar.
Yeah, that's spooky. Some straight up witchcraft right there.
But I'm gonna walk up to Tip and Tip, that was a really good first night here.
Wait, you're saying it was a really good first night?
Yes.
Well, remember he paid him to like be like, I don't know who you are.
Yeah, he's putting really
weird emphasis. I see. Okay, now I'm following. Yes, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Would you like breakfast? We have sausages and bacon. I know you've never been here, so I can read you the whole menu if you like.
I think sausage is fine.
Okay.
But appreciate it.
Yep.
Great hospitality.
Always. Just sort of turns back and he's still like kind of double takes, not sure what's going on, but he's just like, okay, this is happening, and like sort of starts preparing the platters and kind of working with the other bartenders.
He doesn't know yet, but more this way.
All right. So as you kind of find a seat, a few minutes passes and the food arrives, and Turgan, I assume you're down there as well.
Yes, I'm found a seat, and I'm assuming Varric joined me.
No, I sat all the way across the room. Oh yeah, yes, I sat it down.
How was your night?
The night was good. Morning was alright. It was early. I want food.
Am I in this room?
You can be. Essentially, yeah, you just woke up, you're kind of deciding if you want to go down for breakfast or what you want to do in the morning.
He had one of those, what do you humans call it? Morning wood?
Yes, technically, that's one way
Yeah,
of
he
saying
about
it.
took my eye out.
Really?
Yeah.
I just like kind of look at Ferric.
Yeah,
what is it called for you then?
That ungainly
Morning twig?
Morning.
Yeah. Actually, yes, that's exactly what it's called.
Oh.
I mean,
Write that down. Write that down, Turkey. You're gonna need that.
Yeah, put that in your book. You could even call the book like, a story of Morning Twig or something like that.
Maybe don't call the book. Story.
I'm literally just like writing down and underlining it. Yeah.
I guess at this point, I'll have put myself together and come down to breakfast with my new necklace.
Okay. Would you like to describe the necklace, since it's pretty bright and flashy?
Well, you, because I don't remember.
Okay.
Hang on. No way are you gonna make your husband describe
Laziest player note-taking ever.
You described it earlier when you wanted to buy it, Hillary.
You're making your husband describe fictional shoes, dude. This do you not get? Okay. In case you're
this is a partnership, even in game.
Yes. She's making sure he listens to her right now, Stricken. That's what's happening here. This isn't tech. This is very intentional.
Okay, so the necklace, it has a long.
Is pointless.
It has a long silver chain. It's got the faintest sort of green purplish glow about it, only when you really pay attention to it. At its center is a small symbol with an 8-tipped silver octagon kind of wreathed in these like metalworked green vines. And in the center is this gemstone that seems to consistently change color, like almost like a rainbow. It's just kind of rotating through its colors.
It's you did it. You made it through that, and I could hear it, like being held back. Spiteful vengeance of like, yes, I was listening, I remembered, and I'm not happy about it. Get wrecked. Like competitively remembering imaginary jewelry. Jesus.
Well done, good sir.
There's something beautiful about what's happening here. I'm not sure what it is. Confused and overjoyed.
Yeah.
Yes, very well done, Lance. Like, holy crap.
My job.
So I can see this necklace, and if I pay attention to what jewelry she wears, I notice this is like a new thing. Then I focus on it, and I see this purplish greenish light.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then what's with the spooky ethereal thing with the around your neck?
Oh, thank you for noticing. Do you like it?
I'm not sure that was a compliment, and I'm not sure about that either. What is
the entire time like dog is talking to Lilith, I'm not even listening, I'm just writing. I do not give a fuck.
He's inspired right now.
Yep, he's having a moment.
Morning Twig and he went to town.
Yeah, his little green muse. And he went to town, Stricken. Oh god.
It's just, something I picked up when we were out hunting birds this morning.
Has that ever, in your entire life, worked to, like, make someone less suspicious?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, now that's like a cliche at this point. You can't say, I don't know what you're talking about in that tone of voice.
I don't know what you're insinuating.
No, this is like a thing in like books and stuff. I've read about this. It's a literary trope.
I'm literally like reaching and grabbing food as I'm still writing.
Okay. Just sausage hanging out the side of your mouth as you write.
What's Ferric doing?
Flabbergasted at the fact that dog even knows what a literary trope is.
I've seen some stuff in some books. Listen, I spent a lot of
Goblin
time.
literature is that complex?
And he's remembering that just the other day he was asking for like goblin nudie mags.
Goblin literature is that complex.
All right, if you guys are gonna bust my balls over it, Lilith here may or may not have been somewhere, And I may or may not have been like seeking out as many books as I could get my grubby little green mitts on, try to figure out what the hell happened to her. And if she wants to tell you guys about that, I don't know. That's up to her. But I just wanted to know where this necklace came from. That's all.
I'd assume.
got it in a shop.
Yeah.
Found a lovely little jewelry maker, you know, down the lane a ways.
This makes like ethereal glowing jewelry.
I know, I was also enthralled by it. I just had to have it.
Right. So all it does is glow and make people want to steal it more. And it has no like utility whatsoever. Somebody went through all the trouble of enchanting that. No utility at all.
As Dog is saying this, I stop writing, look towards him. I raise his like left arm in the air and like do some measurements really quick, and then I just keep writing.
The next time I see him reach for something on the plate, I'm just gonna subtly move the plate away.
Just so he like does the blind not look, reach his hands out. There's just nothing there.
Basically.
And then he can watch me like try to stretch my little tiny stubby green.
No, not you.
Oh, okay.
Turgan.
Okay. Oh, I get you.
But yes, Dog, maybe, when Turgan's done writing, he can check it out, see what it does.
I'm, to be honest,
yeah.
this is more effort than I was anticipating having to put into finding out why you have a glowing necklace. I'm not even sure I want to know at this point.
Oh, all right.
You really hurt me here, Lilith.
I just thought it was pretty.
I feel betrayed.
It's like those nobles who get people to enchant their carriages with an underglow. How dare they?
Oh, woe is me, a little green man who cannot trust his companion.
I go to reach for another piece of bacon and notice that it's not there. And like I look up and see that like, what's happening?
Oh wow, that worked.
And like I see that.
I'm just gonna point at it.
Well, Dog, what is it that you have there? And I point at his new shield.
It's wonderful.
It's a portable goblin form.
I had it handmade for him, and I made some special modifications to it as well. Can you pass? Oh, never mind, I'll get it. And I mage hand like to grab another piece of bacon and bring it over to me.
Oh my god!
Just mage hand it straight into your mouth.
Your mage hand is strangely greasy.
I'd like to demonstrate the like weird little mechanism on the shield that allows it to like remain like upright on its own and allow me to like prop my crossbow on it.
Yeah, you're pretty much just like jamming like the pointed kite part of the shield like down, and gunk, it'll do it.
And like the two legs will pop out from the side.
Yeah, well, like from the inside, like where
like
it would
be like
leather.
folded up and everything.
Yeah.
The world's largest bipod.
Yeah, pretty much.
World's first bipod?
Yeah. And so there's like a
Possibly.
loud like spring clang or something like that as the mechanism unlocks, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just like
Okay.
and,
Yeah, because I
sinks
want
in.
to try to like scare the shit out of Lilith with that.
It's got like think of it like I guess like the legs that would hit the ground have like spikes.
Tension.
So like not just the tension, but like so like it sits in the ground and like doesn't move.
Oh,
It has like
okay.
spikes. You get me?
Yeah, like cleats kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Amazing, Dog. Stupendous. And I'm gonna just, like, get in there and really observe all the mechanics and just
Get in there.
a Turgan-esque, just like deep observation of it.
I kinda
Are you
look
gonna
a
start
little
taking
disappointed.
notes?
I'm mildly disappointed that it didn't scare her, but I'm still like really fucking proud of my portable goblin.
I'm disappointed that she is just like, oh wow, that's great. Like,
She was genuine.
well, I pride myself in my tinkerings. as you can tell, and kind of just motioning my arm.
She's like, "Oh wow, legs on a shield. You're so smart."
Such
Pinches him on the cheeks.
innovation. And,
Gives me +1.
and before 50 sessions in, and Turgan is like an arms dealer, and like,
Yeah.
Shh. You don't know what I have planned, goddammit. So this is the first arcane assault rifle.
it just shoots magic missiles every time you pull this button.
Oh my god. Can that be a thing?
Oh god. I'll have it be like plasma supercharged in 40k. There's a chance it just kills the user.
Oh my god, it just explodes. Yeah. And
No,
just have
that's-
like a long warranty on it. It's like results may vary.
No, that actually would be really, really cool for like a magic-based character to have like a crossbow that they can just channel like a basic cantrip through, just like one specific spell, and then have that overcast chance. That would actually be really interesting.
Well, I kind of have that with my wild magic, well, my reckless casting thing, but that's if I roll like consecutively and then Lance takes it into the DM hands.
Yeah, if he rolls a certain order of things, it goes into the wild magic table, and I just like, this happens.
Who knows what will happen? Like a mountain could explode and we're not even near it.
Isn't that thing where like a Fey portal can open up and you get sent to like the Fey Wilds and then time? Like,
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
Okay.
that's one of the effects.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
yeah, that's how you guys described this to me the first time you told me about wild magic.
So that could happen. Just FYI.
Yeah, and then the DM like rolls, and then we could literally be in there until everybody that was in the world when we originally went in there is just dead. And there's nothing. That's it. I mean, it's the way it is.
All
I'm just
right,
a-
so
Just a
having
practitioner.
disappointed 2 out of the 3 members of our party, I'm just gonna.
I mean, you are a female, like we're males.
What are you
Like,
gonna?
we're
You
gonna-
gonna
we have
ruin
to try to
Ferrick's
put you
morning
in a
too?
box.
Just look at him and just like shake your head no, and then go back to eating.
No,
Well, you're ugly, and just sit down. Like,
no, I'm actually not gonna say anything.
One of the best jokes I heard on the Jew.
And I'm gonna look at him with sad puppy
Oh
dog
my
eyes.
god, that's fucked up.
I do like notice like the jewel around Lilith's neck after Dog pointed it out and be like, "Well, it's quite a strange piece of jewelry. Where did you find that?"
I, found this tiny little shop and
I have no idea why she's being so weird about this.
I
do
don't know
it.
why you're being so weird about this.
Can I do an insight check?
Sure. Lilith, you want to roll the deception or?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see if I can remember how to tabletop. Where is
Not the
my-
best. A 9.
Okay.
I am easily fooled.
He just doesn't give a shit about jewelry and is trying to be nice.
Hillary, could you do me a huge favor and just be an NPC and just tell Mech how brilliant his shield idea was and interested?
What is
Oh
that?
yeah, I believe whatever you say.
Yeah.
And that's an 18
That's without
plus.
mod.
Yeah, that's plus 6, so it's actually 24.
Aced it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's it's amazing that you found a dealer to give you something of such great quality. Do you mind if I take a look at it?
What do you mean, such great quality? What is it?
He's a
I've-
well-traveled man.
That's what I'm going to try to discern now. I'm going to do an arcane check on it just to see if it has any magic.
Go ahead.
I'll allow it.
She'll allow it.
Yeah, Christ, that was terrible. A 7.
There seems to be some magic quality to it, but nothing you can really point your finger to specifically. It's sort of just a undulating fey energy, very generalized, not spell focused.
Quick, Ferric, the game is afoot. Let us navigate this elaborate maze of intrigue and mystery to get to the bottom of this glowing necklace.
Nah.
It does
I'll get to
radiate.
the bottom of this glowing bacon. How about that?
You shouldn't eat that if it's glowing. I'm a goblin. I wouldn't eat glowing bacon.
Okay, I think glistening should have been the term I used. I apologize.
Glistening bacon, damn. That's very erotic language. It's bacon.
There is definitely some magic behind this. Yes,
And that glistening bacon? I'd say so.
Oh well, I'm gonna do an arcane check on the bacon.
No! It was a bad goblin joke. Please, just let
It's
it
actually
die.
dragon bacon.
I was so hoping for a nat 20 on
Dragon.
that.
Well, I mean that's a 20. Actually, a 23.
Natural. Got it?
Upon very close observation of the bacon, it is in fact glistening.
What?
Well, anyways, I've never seen bacon like that before in my life.
Wow. Never mind. I amend what I said before, Ferric. Elaborate maze of intrigue and mystery surrounding bacon and a neck.
The answer lies with bacon.
If you would, Lilith, allow me to cast my identify spell to see the properties of it.
It was the innkeeper in the washroom with the glistening bacon.
Oh my god.
Sure, Dragon, go right ahead. Despite dog's insinuations, I'm not trying to hide anything.
Well, I would be so inclined to, but I would need to procure some ingredients in order to cast it.
You asked. What do you mean?
I've known her for a long time, and she would act evasive about something like just a glowing necklace, and not care if we just like spend a bunch of time chasing our team. Like, she would totally do that.
Well, I mean, it's quite a simple spell. I would just need to have a pearl of about 100 gold's worth of pearl, about that, and an owl's feather.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I don't care. Like even 1 gold's worth.
Can I? Okay, I'm just gonna do it. Can I? Can I go to a jewelry store to get a pearl for him?
No,
Because
I'm good.
I got bank. Well, I'm gonna do something special.
Didn't you say 100?
Yeah, it's
100
100 gold pearl. That is consumed, if I remember correctly.
Well, you mean 1 pearl that costs 100
No,
gold?
I don't think the pearl's consumed.
No,
okay.
it's not. You're right. Yeah, it's not consumed.
No, pearl's not
A
consumed.
pearl worth at least 100 gold and 1 owl feather.
So it literally has to be worth. Like,
Yes.
if
The
somebody
pearl
appraised...
has to be appraised at 100 gold.
Oh my god. And what if the market value of pearls goes down? Does it lose its fucking magic
The
ability?
spell economy
What a rip-
crashes.
Yeah,
Oh my god. This is a
No,
disaster.
like-
It's a commodity. Saban.
You'll
disaster.
if the market goes down, you need a pearl the size of a house to identify a staff.
For campaign 3, the market crashes. No one can afford spellcasting components.
Yeah.
Damn laissez-faire
called it-
capitalism! How
yeah,
dare they?
They called it Black Friday. They burned a lot of witches and a lot of books that day.
Yeah, I'm gonna get like a ring that fits on Turgan that has one worth 100 gold, so you can just like keep it on him at all fucking times.
Okay. Yeah. You want to like get up and do that after breakfast, or?
I mean, he wants to cast it now, and I've basically eaten, so
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You can go shopping.
I can just step out and do it real quick.
You can go shopping.
Yeah.
It won't take me but 10 minutes. Get in, find what I'm looking for, buy it, get out.
Make your way downtown. Buy some
Walking
shoes.
fast.
Buy more shoes and buy more shoes.
Phase passed, and I'm pearl bound.
Mm-hmm. All right. Give me a perception check to find a jewelry store.
Coffee.
He's really gonna come back with just a bunch of shoes. And no
14.
14. Okay. It doesn't take you too long since you are on the center aisle. Pretty quickly you're able to find one jewelry shop here. It looks a little bit ritzier than you necessarily need. But as you approach, it is Genesee's Jewelry Emporium.
Genesee's?
Yeah, Genesee's.
Where's the is there an apostrophe? If so, where?
It is actually spelled Genysees. but
Just trying to figure out if the name was Genesee or Genesee.
As Stricken moseys on down the dusty main road, down the wooden running boards, our campaign turns into a spaghetti western.
Oh my god.
but
The
yep,
music is perfect for it.
exactly.
Howdy there, Genesee.
I see him trotting through with a horse.
Yeah, I'll just walk in and look for the person behind the counter.
She's going to try to hawk you on her latest confounded invention, high heels.
Okay. As you enter, it is a very elegant interior, lots of fabrics and various jewelry casings like covered in glass, which is pretty rare. And there's lots of little sparkles kind of flickering off all the lights coming in through the natural windows. And you see there is a woman in there. She looks to be fairly, you would guess middle-aged for an elf, but it's always hard to really pinpoint. She looks to be an Elandrin elf.
All right.
Hello.
Hello there. You have any rings that have pearls embedded in them?
Specific? I might have a few. Any occasion or?
No specific occasion. Just like the look of them.
Okay, yes, give me 1 sec, I'll grab a few. And she sort of like moves over to one particular sort of jewelry case over to the side, kind of ushers you over. And in it you can see a lot of rings that aren't necessarily typical. Like there's a few pearl rings in there, there's a few other kind of rare gemstones, but not necessarily like top tier. Like you've got like weird malachites and like, you know, some flawed rubies, things like that. But she does kind of present 3 different pearl rings to you. One is quite a large pearl, like pretty significant, like think like a marble size.
Not that one.
Oh, okay. She slides it back in the case. The other 2 seem to be pretty similar in size. One is a black pearl, one is a white pearl. The ring itself, the black pearl is silver, the other one is gold.
The black pearl is silver?
Yeah, it's a silver band.
Sure. What would be the price of these?
Well, for the white one, it's about, I would say, 115 or so. It's pretty basic work. The black one is quite rare, and that will run you about 130.
Could I talk you down to 120, the black one?
Make a persuasion check, and someone stop
okay.
breaking
What
the board.
I was
What
just
happened?
typing. I was just typing.
Oh,
I didn't
man.
mean it.
Lance, fix it.
Somehow always manage
Fix it, Magic Man.
I don't know if
No,
I can.
the character sheets are in the way.
Yeah,
Just reload the board.
I can probably restart right here. But yeah, so go ahead and let me try to fix this really quick, and then we'll have you roll.
It's gotta load and then I have to find a die.
You know, Lance.
Oh,
I
God.
think you'd be perfectly suited
No.
for running a D&D session for like special ed children and stuff. Like,
Patience is a virtue.
Go-
There we go. We're here.
Yeah.
We made it. All right, go ahead and
We're
give me
here.
a persuasion check.
What is...
Wait, no, it's still loading.
No,
What?
no, it's... What is happening?
I had to hit rewind like multiple times, but it's good now on my
Okay,
side.
it's catching up
Yeah,
on my
you're-
end.
Yeah, you're catching up.
God.
Lord Jesus, there's a fire.
Okay.
Y'all are all at 999 ping for me.
Yeah, we're dying.
There you go.
Okay, we're good.
Alright.
Sabata got there. There we go. There's Mech, and Stricken's coming down.
Alright.
Oof.
Averted disaster there. Ooh, not bad.
11 plus persuasion, so
Mhm.
14.
Okay. I could be done. But you have to tell me why. Just curiosity's sake. It's a jewelry shop. I've got to know.
Oh. Simple identification spell.
Oh.
Not for me.
Oh. She immediately looks just disappointed.
But I did tell you why.
Yes, you did. It's just no fun. That's fine though. So, we agreed upon, what was it, 120?
A good deal. 120 gold. I'll slide it over.
Okay, and she sort of gets a little cloth out, kind of shines up the ring for you, kind of hands it over to you in like a very small, it's not like a super ornate box or anything, but sort of a basic covering. Well, tell, I guess yourself or whatever mage, shop at Genesis. I don't know. I expected it to be more exciting.
I'm sorry, but if we ever do lose this and we need another one, and we're in town, we will come here.
Please do. Well, have a good day then. If you need anything else, you know where to find me.
Of course. And we'll walk out and back to Tips.
Yep, one of these days I'm gonna get him to flirt back. I swear it.
Gotta go back to the club.
Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah, you walk in and you see a female bartender. She looks just like, who do you find really attractive, Stricken? Yeah, she looks just like that.
And she's instantly into you.
Mila Kunis.
You find a gorgeous elven woman who looks just like Ashton Kutcher.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was about to say Nightmare Fuel, yeah.
Guys, I gotta go. Jesus Christ.
That's too much for...
Alright, but as you make your way back to the tavern with the pearl ring in hand, does anybody else want to do anything specific while he dips out for about, probably takes like 10 minutes?
Breakfast.
I'm going to work on casting Find Familiar.
Okay. Alright, so as some time passes, Ferric makes his way back into the tavern. And so you just like lighting up your brazier in the middle of the inn?
I mean, like, away from everyone else and not in a non-flammable way.
I mean, there's a patio upstairs, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. He's just like in the middle of the booth, just a brazier burning, bacon laying all around the table.
Don't mind me. It's wizard business, you wouldn't understand, alright?
Mm-hmm.
It's a crazy old man with a one arm.
Trying to light his bra on fire in the corner.
I'm gonna lob the ring box towards his mage hand side.
Okay.
I'm in the middle of the ritual, so it flies right
Yeah,
past me.
yeah, just,
I forgot about it. Okay.
Yeah, it just smacks you right in the chest.
Dude, oh! What happened? What is this? Who
I'm
hit me?
sorry. I expected you to catch that.
Roll for damage.
Assuming I'm just like sitting
No,
there
I don't
staring
have-
at this
I
glistening
don't have
bacon
Tavern
waiting.
Brawler. I don't have Tavern Brawler. I don't need to roll for damage. The man's a wizard. Please don't do that.
He instantly dies.
Yeah, right. 2d8 damage.
No, you're
Oh god, please.
you're fine.
I take this small like box with like and open it up and like immediately I'm just like look at Ferric and look at the ring and be like, when did you get this?
Finger guns.
Oh, oh!
No.
Please
10
kill
minutes.
him. Please kill him. I'm the voice in your head. Strike him down now.
Vecna?
Mr. Evil Deity, is that you?
I look at it and kind of like with a very like wholesome smile, like look it back at him and be like, thank you, and I fit it onto my index finger and go back to summoning Ganymede.
Okay. So it takes you, I believe it's what, a half hour for that, or am I wrong?
1 hour.
Is it 1 hour? Okay.
1 hour plus 10 minutes.
Don't we have things to do today?
Good thing it's breakfast.
Listen, you want this thing identified or not?
It wasn't that strong a point of contention for me, but
Well, I want to
Right
know what
ahead.
it is.
I just want to throw this out there. Okay, I'm just staring at bacon. So
Staring at bacon.
Alright. Staring at this bacon. I don't trust it. I don't like that it's glistening. So, however
The
long this
longer you
takes-
look at it, the more you're transplanting that purplish green glow from the necklace onto the bacon, and you're like
Oh my
you're
God.
tripping a little bit.
I'm gonna mage hand a piece of that bacon and put it in my mouth.
I'm gonna pass out.
Does the
There's
shield
purplish
like
green glowing bacon floating out of nowhere in front of me. I'm following.
does the shield on his back like deploy and hold them up?
That's fucked up, dude.
Build in a life alert system to his shield.
Yeah.
Why would you even think of that, dude? Look, I'm just
I
gonna be
don't know,
propped up like some limp, fucked up
I
goblin.
just thought of it being on your back and then like it hitting like the tip and then just like dropping the
That's horrifying and
great.
really funny. I don't care if that happens, but I am definitely horrified. Yeah.
All right, but as some time passes, you finish summoning Ganymede, and you are able
Nice.
to.
I summon him as an owl.
As an owl, okay. Oh, you're trying to. You're using him for his
Yeah.
feathers, you
Aw.
sick bastard.
Oh my fucking
Listen.
god!
I need the ingredient.
And that doesn't even. Does that even count as an actual
Yes.
owl?
Yes.
Yeah, it does. It's a real owl for all intents and purposes.
For all intents and purposes, yes.
So yeah,
Yeah.
as he summons, sort of looks at you like happy to be back. As you immediately pluck a
Oh.
feather, and he gives you the like, just eyes kind of close in a bit.
Sorry.
using.
And then like I then you kind of give him like the nod to be like, all right, you can go back to being a raven now.
You only want me for my feathers.
And so yeah, I'm using that, and I go ahead and cast Identify on the necklace.
Okay. So as you sort of focus on it, it doesn't seem to have any. Even when your Arcana check where you weren't certain, it doesn't seem to have any specific spell effects that you can pick up on. Just that there is inherent fey magic, and now that you're really focusing on it, there's something divine, like it's some kind of divine icon.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, like it's very reminiscent of if you were to like inspect a paladin's holy symbol almost. Like it's the same kind of feel you would expect, except it's fey magic instead of holy.
This is a interesting blend of fey and holy magic, Lilith. I'm surprised that the person who appraised and sold this to you didn't know this. How much did they sell it to you for?
Well, like
Ooh.
200 gold.
Really, 200? That's a steal. This is definitely innate with strong, powerful magical abilities. The fact that it's a blending of fey and divine magic is actually I've actually never even seen something like this, nor even heard of it. I just like immediately like pull out notes and just like start writing like about this now. Like this is an incredible breakthrough in overall just magic in general. Like the blending of two different schools of magic to create one entity. It's in my years I've never even heard of it. Let alone
Yes,
seeing
that's amazing that they sold it at all.
it. Well, you.
I'm certainly
you're-
envious to
you're-
have it.
You're a damn good thief, I would say, Lilith. You stole that right off that person.
Years of practice.
Well, in any case, I think we've wasted enough time, right? I apologize henceforth, but I had to know what this was.
Wait, you got that for 200 gold?
Mm-hmm.
You must be broke.
Well, we just made
Made
pretty
150.
significant earnings.
No, that's why we are here to support each other in our endeavors. We are in this together in every aspect as of right now.
Partigan.
So I like reach into like my pouch and I slide Lilith 50 gold. Be like, please, just take it for yourself. And
No.
no, I insist.
No. I'm not gonna take it. No, Dog and I will we have plans to make some income before the end of the festival.
Oh, well, if we can be of any assistance, I'm sure me and Varric wouldn't mind. I mean, I don't want to speak for my... Varric, what would you say?
Silence.
Good talk.
Sorry. I had bacon in my mouth. I was just completely blown away by the glistening. So could you repeat the question?
They were saying that they have maybe an endeavor to make some extra money towards the end of the festival. I was saying that I wouldn't mind helping them, but I didn't want to speak for myself.
I mean, how long is the festival?
Right now it is day 4 of 7.
So, if we decide to help with this, we will then have basically no time, and we'll have to leave immediately if we also then choose to take on the package quest.
Oh, yes, you bring up a good point. Well, I guess let's... sadly, we would not be able to assist you in that regard, but hopefully we can maybe...
I mean, it could work, but we'd have
No,
to be... We'd be mashing things together.
If we left now, we would get back in time for the end of the festival, I guess?
No, it's 3 to 4 days travel, they said. That's one way.
No, this is true. Well, Lance, did he mean round trip or only one way?
From Turin to Talinor, it is 3 days on horseback. And that's assuming
Okay.
you're not going fast, that's assuming regular travel pace, but yeah.
Gotcha, okay.
1.5 if you kill your horses.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, it'd knock about a day off if you went like non-stop to exhaustion, the whole shebang.
Gotcha.
So
Well, I think...
nobody notices like the crucified goblin like limply hanging from the shield over by that plate of bacon.
Nah, you're a scarecrow.
Oh, okay.
You look perfectly normal.
I thought you woke back up already. I kind of give him a good shake.
I woke up and I saw the bacon and immediately freaked out and passed.
Are you alright, dog?
I'm gonna put a piece of bacon under his nose.
I'm just gonna before I open my eyes, eat it, and then open my eyes and realize that I'm eating bacon, and then it's probably that creepy purple green glowing bacon. I'm gonna spit it out, start freaking the fuck out.
Calm down, dog. Everything's fine. Oh god. Can we get like a drink for him?
Oh, he's gonna
One
need a
time,
couple.
my dog got his collar stuck on the top shelf of the dishwasher and pulled out the top shelf of the dishwasher, and it scared him so bad he actually was pooping and running at full speed.
Oh my god.
And I've never seen anything like it before or since, and I kind of want to have that kind of scampering going on. I'm just tearing through the
Please
end,
don't shit yourself.
knocking over chairs, the whole shebang, except for pooping myself. Yeah,
I was about to say boo-how, Watson, but no, never mind. Never mind.
wasn't Watson.
Oh, it wasn't Watson?
No, it was a sheepdog. Watson ain't reaching the top shelf.
I mean, he can if he tries.
He just has to believe.
Oh my
But yeah, as the goblin begins to freak out and panic and sort of run all over the tavern, just sort of bumping into things and other patrons, a waiter just kind of comes over at this point, sadly familiar with your whole group, and just sort of slides over a shot glass to you, Turgan, and just walks away.
Thank you. I'm going to go. I'm gonna go with hands up, holding the shot glass in one hand, walking over to dog, be like, dog. Easy now, just
purple bacon! Purple bacon!
The bacon won't hurt you anymore. Just drink this and calm down.
I'm trying to keep from hyperventilating and be able to take the shot. I managed to get it down, and I just kind of go into a catatonic state. Let Turgan lead me back over to where the group is.
I'm just I'm leading him I guess like a child at waist level.
Yeah.
Just a child with a giant shield on his back. Just
I'm just gonna literally sit him next to me in the in the booth. We're like, okay. So
I'm just gonna gently rock back and forth.
Just all in the booth, like you're standing on the seat, just pacing in this very small.
I look at Ferric and be like, can you get the bacon away from everything?
Sure thing. I'm just gonna like grab the plate and turn around slightly.
Yes, he's somehow scared of the bacon. I don't understand why.
Somebody's seen a few anime.
Just gonna look over my shoulder. No, don't worry about it. You're good.
So if I remember correctly, we have two things to do three things technically. We have to find Grim, but that coincides with us also asking Grim questions, and we also have this courier thing. And I think we also said that we wanted to maybe talk to the guard captain we spoke to before, but we don't know if
what was
we
his
can
name?
trust him.
The first captain?
Yeah,
It's Ferris.
Ferris.
We still have no idea if this girl's alive, do we?
I'm almost 100% certain that she's probably not at this point. Just for the fact that we learned that her and Jack are, and I kind of like motion my hand around my face, like looking the same.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that could be a reason as to why she is still alive as well.
Hey,
Think about it.
what is around the face mean?
That they look the same. They're twins. Remember, she was, at least from Grimm's story, close to Grimm in a way, and Grimm, as per what Jack had told us, left the Jackboots and joined the Brotherhood. So if her sister, literally her face, was associated with their enemy, they either did one or two things, especially if her sister is also being coerced and possibly leaving the Jackboots. They either eliminated her or put her in some dark hole where God knows where we'll find her.
Holy shit, that is a big steaming pile of complicated conjecture. I have no idea what any of that even means.
I think we can start to get a good.
I use that word, right? Conjecture. Been waiting,
Yes.
waiting to use that.
Spot on.
Yeah.
Think about it this way, dog. If there was someone who looked exactly like you, but they were doing things that you didn't want them to do because they looked like you.
Oh
and
no,
it's-
I follow that. But then, like, multiple different factions, some of them may or may not want to kill the other ones because of betrayed and leaving the factions. Like, you need like one of them, those wizards. They get exposed to a few too many chemicals, mess around with alchemy. They kind of like lose their minds. They have those like weird yarn charts. They start like putting together like grand conspiracies, secret societies, the whole shebang. You know what I'm talking about?
Vaguely, yes.
Yeah, it sounds like one of them yarn charts.
It's a little close to home.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. It's not me personally.
I heard a story about a wizard once. He, the Day Man, something along those lines. He had a yarn chart. Yeah, he was batshit insane.
The Day Man.
Yeah, that's the name he went by.
Fighter of the Night Man.
Fighter. Yeah. You've heard that story.
You just heard God speaking in this tavern. I don't know what you're responding to.
I'm just responding to nothing. Right? He's just.
I think his name was Charlie.
Oh no.
His name was just Charlie. A really powerful wizard. Yeah. Okay. His name was Charlie. Yeah.
I don't know what we're talking about, but I agree.
Charlie, the wizard.
But in any case,
yeah, yarn charts. So, okay, so just to like summarize and like snip all the yarn, this girl may or may not be dead, but most likely is dead because one of or multiple factions or of multiple factions may think that she betrayed them or her twin betrayed them, which is certainly the case, because they were on opposite sides of this whole thing.
Well, Grim was a part of the jackboots.
I'm just trying to keep it really simple. So, like the twins were on opposite sides of this thing.
No, Teresa was a jackboot. We found that out.
And one of them betrayed the jackboot.
No, like she was very close to Grim, who had betrayed the jackboots. They
I don't
were
know
socializing outside.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they would just offer. They're probably trying to squeeze her for.
Well, in any case, from Grim's testimony, they came, snatched her, and took her somewhere. So, I don't know.
Yeah, she's either like in on the whole shebang, or they're squeezing her for info. But yeah, she's probably gonna be dead soon if we don't. She's not already, like you said.
Well, as much as I agree with your rationale, I do hope we find her well.
Yeah, without too much more conjecture.
Okay, now you're below the line.
I'm also laughing in character.
Mhm.
I don't know if he intended that as sexual innuendo or not.
Okay, then I'm gonna have to ask you what the actual definition of that is later.
The power of context clues.
You were close the first time. Should have just stuck with.
Anyways,
I think maybe you guys misunderstood me the first time, but let's not revisit that.
Yeah, that's
so
embarrassed.
our course of action is we find Grim,
I think finding Grim should be our first course of action. Yes.
and then secondly we depart town under the guise of working for the jackboots to fulfill their thing, to make it look like we're good with them, but we're actually working against them.
Well, didn't we have somebody tell us, like, what's the jackboot? The high place? A high place. That's what I call it. Okay.
The High Cliffs.
The High Cliffs. Didn't we have somebody tell us that they took her to some place over in the High Cliffs already?
No, when we were there, I believe I remember them saying that I believe Sarah said something about Talador.
Which is
Same
north
place
of
we
us.
need to go for the packages.
So let's skip Grim and let's hightail it
Well,
there.
I think Grim is still a vital part in this. He has information he's not telling us, and I'd like to acquire that before we do leave town.
Okay. I mean, we could just hold a dagger to his throat and make him come with us.
Yeah,
too.
I mean, it seems like he's lied to us at this point, so I'm fine with that.
Well,
Yeah.
the only problem is that, remember, Grim is quote unquote dead and underground somewhere.
Ooh,
So
that's right.
it might be a little difficult trying
Well, I
to find
mean,
him.
I don't really. Oh, you mean? Oh, I didn't even think about that. Hang on.
Horsey Man is the one who was Grim.
Lance, can I use my like thieving background to see if I know any like contacts that might be able to like flush somebody out of hiding in the underground for me?
Yeah, go ahead. Give me a general intelligence. Or that's a history check, sorry.
True check.
Which scales up intelligence if I remember right, so same thing.
You know, I do know someone who is good at keeping things quiet that I think you all might know as well.
For a second there, I thought you were gonna say Dagger.
14. Oh yeah, I do know Dagger, but I don't know if he would know anything like that. He's that shit.
Absolutely batshit.
As far as people that could like get information like that, give me one moment to make sure.
Speaking of Dagger, though, Lilith, maybe we should try to hire him, or at least like promise him he can fulfill his bloodlust if he comes with us. Because I mean, we certainly don't seem to have any shortage of that lately.
Do you want to try and have to manage that insanity on the road?
Well, I mean, we can always just like knock him over the back of the head and then like lie to him about what happened when he wakes up, if we ever like need to like.
Okay, all right.
I mean, you know, while eccentric, I don't think he's psychotic per se.
No, I definitely.
Are
think
you
he's
talking about
psychotic.
Dagger?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
No, Dagger is 100% psychotic.
I think he's actually insane and has an
Clinically so.
insatiable bloodlust. But I think that Lilith's onto something there. Like, doesn't seem like he's incapable of like imp. It seems like he's just damaged.
You know, I trust your opinion. Does he seem like he would turn on us?
I mean, not turn on us, but like
maybe forget who we are.
I'll just say that you wouldn't want him babysitting. That's all I'm saying. All right, like if you want to take him out on the road where we're potentially going to get like attacked a lot, he's kind of somebody I'd want to have around. I'm not going to lie.
That's a fair point, but how are we going to get him to come with us?
I mean, we just promise him that he's going to get to stab stuff. He's already fought alongside of us.
You guarantee that'll get him to agree, though? His home's here. Well, I mean,
did
I don't
you
know
not
if he has
see
a home, actually.
how excited he was just to have a team to go into the arena with, so he could get?
That's because that's the arena here. We're leaving town,
right? Because the arena makes a really convenient place for him to just go and get the combat. But if we bring him with us, the combat will come to him. It solves that problem.
See him again.
Here's how we play this. He gets to come on vacation with us. And
combat vacation.
Maybe people will attack us and he gets to kill them.
No, combat vacation. It's combat vacation.
100%. He'll agree to it.
And he will be returned shortly.
We'll call it a violence crusade.
Oh my god, no, please not crusade.
Lance, can I do
Instead of a booze cruise, it's a blood cruise.
Ooh.
Lance, can I do a I guess a history check to remember if Dagger was wearing jack boots?
Yeah, go ahead.
And I think I remember rolling that. I don't think he did.
I remember he wasn't wearing shoes.
Yeah. I just think I'm pretty sure I remember rolling that. Somebody rolling that, and he did
11.
Yeah, you remember he was not wearing shoes at all. That was part of his charm.
Yeah.
But Dog, on your roll to find like an informant who could like suss somebody out or know something, you rolled a 14 total, right?
Yes, sir.
You did know a guy at one point. He was a Dragonborn. His name was Balsanar in Turin, but you haven't had any contact with him in a while. You don't even know if he's still around.
And that's like how long of a...
So what?
How long of a trip would it be to where I like know of, like, do I know like a specific location that I used to find?
Yes. You know that he works for, or worked for at least, the Fraternal Azuran Order. He was kind of a part of local gangs and sort of worked his way up to something that he saw as more meaningful, but basically his whole gimmick was always like trading information for gold.
Huggy Bear. Alright, so how long of a walk is it to where my Huggy Bear be, Boo?
Let's see, in Turin, their location would be in the High Cliffs, which is about, I believe, like a 40-minute walk from here.
And a great way to get jumped by the jackboot. But I never did.
They'll remember us. I mean, don't go by yourself. But if we're in a group, they might remember us from. And
not even want to step.
Not even want to step, exactly.
Yeah.
Can they mess with dragons? Nah.
And what's this guy? Balthazar?
Balsanar. Balsanar.
Sounds like an herb, like a really awesome herb that I want to try.
He was a large black dragonborn.
Oh, why's he gotta be black, huh? There's always gotta be a black dragon.
Yep. Well.
Alright. Okay, so I know this guy. He's a big black dragonborn. His name is Balsanar, and he might be able to, tip us off as to where Grimm's hiding. If you want to venture back over to the high cliffs, that is.
Well, did we all agree that we were going to take the package request on as well?
I don't see why not. I mean,
yeah.
Might as well show the guise of working for them.
Yeah, that gives us great cover.
For you to talk to him, and we can go and
talk to the madam and formally accept the request.
Alright, and is the like the fighting pit, is that along the way, like on our 40-minute walk over to the high cliffs?
What? Where you had the arena fight?
Yes.
That's in the Repose, which is the big jackboot bar in the high cliffs. Yeah.
Oh, okay, sweet. So can we go back by there on our way? Or
yeah, do you guys mind if we swing back by the Repose and see if Dagger's still hanging?
see if we can scoop him up?
Well, yeah, we need to go there anyway to talk to the lady of the house. So
Yes.
this is gonna be a threefer.
Okay.
Lady of the house, huh? Is that the red-headed broad?
It was the lady that you spoke unsavory.
That one.
Red-headed broad?
I
I don't believe she was a redhead. I believe that was Sarah.
Yeah, no. I think was the one who ran all the courtesans. You know,
That-
To clarify, as this is a point of contention between me and Hillary, it was dark auburn hair.
Oh.
God.
Oh
That
my
would be
lord.
a contention.
So
that-
it was red.
Was that Selena or May or?
That is Jack, quote unquote, the lady of the
Right,
house,
okay.
the big boss.
I thought Teresa had brown hair. I don't know. Okay.
She dyed it.
She wanted to differentiate from her twin, so she has auburn hair. I don't know.
No, I'm digging
Let's
it. Oh, I dig.
go.
I went to
Let's
school
go.
with like an abnormal amount of twins, so I totally dig that.
Gotta be different.
I think this is the point of contention Lance is talking about.
But with that, so y'all are gonna head to the high cliff, stop by the Repose first, and then maybe check in on Balsanar if you can find him.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Okay. Well, with that, we will take a quick break so we can grab drinks, smoke breaks, all that.
More coffee.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
Sounds
more
good.
coffee, and we will be right back.
Alrighty.
Let me... Alright, and we are back. So, as you all make your way to the high cliffs, I'm just fast forward it since you've made this trip several times now. You're stopping by the Repose first, correct?
Yeah.
I think we are.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do that.
Alright, so easy enough as you make your way through the square that is quite busy. It's still pretty early in the morning. It's probably about, I would say, like 10:30ish in the morning. As you sort of approach, it's the same kind of well-dressed halfling and Goliath sort of bouncers standing on either side of the door.
I'm gonna flash them insignia,
Okay.
and then we as a group will walk in.
Okay. Yep. As you kind of flash the insignia, the halfling sort of looks up, nods, and as you go to kind of enter, the Goliath sort of puts his arm out and just kind of looks down. Good fight. And he, like, pats you on the back, Ferric, and it kind of shoves you about probably a foot.
Can I give him a high five?
Yep. As you, like, raise your hand to give a high five, he gives one of those, like, really, really hard ones where your hand kind of goes numb for a second. He's like,
With the other hand that functions, I'm gonna give him a thumbs up.
Okay. And he also sort of raises a single thumbs up. It's like, good fight. And just sort of push it. Go ahead.
Are you too dumb with your hand gestures?
He just sort of squints at you and just doesn't really say anything.
I just have my hand. I have my hand up. I'm like, "Oh, we're not doing this. I thought this was like another part of the getting in thing. Never mind.
I'm gonna grab the bouncer's hand and heartily shake it up and down, and then go to kiss him on his hand like he is a maiden.
Does his hand even move?
As you,
That's up to-
yeah, I was gonna say, as you put your hand in his, he realizes what you're doing, kind of like grips it in a handshake, and his hand just consumes like most of your forearm. And then he shakes, and you kind of are just sort of bouncing. Like,
Also shake?
yeah, you're trying to like respond, and it's just like you can't. Like he just has your full arm. You're lifting up a few inches. He just sort of just lets go, pats you on the back. You almost fall over, and just sort of ushers you inside.
Does he
So I'm
look
like
scarred?
stumbling and shit. Yeah. All right.
But as you enter, it is pretty early. Similar to last time you were here, it is still pretty busy even for the time of day, but it's a little bit more moving room in here. It hasn't really picked up yet at lunch. So y'all just gonna head downstairs, or what's the plan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just try to go downstairs.
I
Where's-
think Eric's gonna have to summon the lady of the house.
Well, we have to head downstairs to
Yeah.
do that.
Yep.
Do we not?
No,
Eric.
she's gonna escort you, right?
Eric, don't bitch out this time. She's got the hots for you. Play
No, we
to
need
your
to.
advantage.
We need to go. We need to go through the door behind the bar. Then we're downstairs, and then I do that.
No, I didn't say to not go to where she is.
The architecture in this building is actually quite nice.
It is very, very ornate inside. It's probably it's the nicest tavern you've ever seen, and that's topping Tips, which is saying something, because Tips is intentionally built to be over the top and like extravagant.
Ugh.
I get it,
Over
tip
the
top.
tip top.
Yeah, we got there. In 5 sessions, we got there.
You guys just now got that?
Fuck you.
I mean, I got it, but like, you know, it was like one of those things that was like too obvious. I'm
Yeah,
like,
it was such a cringy,
maybe he's just fucking with
glaring
me.
pun.
Just
It was
fuck
like,
you.
yeah, that was tackier
All
than
right,
Deco.
that's it. Biggest investigation of the campaign's over. Everybody can go home now.
Yep, you got there.
Alright, yeah, we solved the campaign, yeah.
There you go. He was the big bad all along, was Tip, and his terrible fashion sense.
I gave that son of a bitch too much gold to be the BBEG.
But as you sort of
Oh.
push through the main floor and you kind of approach the bar, a very familiar elven woman sort of like leans in from the last time you were here that sort of waved you through and just, you know, puts her elbows on the bar, kind of rests her hands on her, or her head on her hands. It's like, well, hello again. I heard you did quite well last time. Just sort of just all eyes on Ferric.
we did actually.
Oh, yeah, yes. I've heard quite a bit of stories. I heard you almost passed out, or did you pass out?
No, that was someone else, I believe.
I'll
this-
chip in and be like, that was me, darling.
Oh. And like kind of seeing you, she kind of gives you the the competitive up down, and sort of looks at Ferric. Well, will you staying to drink, or are you heading down?
Wait, really quick. Where's everyone situated?
I mean,
I'm to the left of Ferric.
Okay? I'll be honest
I
right
can-
then.
Yeah, I can barely.
You're playing that card. You're playing that card.
The bot is like in front, but like his like schnoz is like coming over the bar table, you know.
Yes.
Well, if you won't be spending any time with me, I assume. And she sort of up, down, slow, again looks back at you, Ferric. She's like, you can go ahead and go back down.
Oh, you think they're they're together?
It wouldn't matter if they are, they aren't. She's so easily intimidated. She just crumpled like paper. Didn't you see that? Damn. I'm just gonna like look at her.
She sort of clears her throat, kind of wipes down her apron, and just sort of like walks away. She like ushers you towards the door, but just sort of like, and just kind of walks off.
Yeah, see what I mean? Like he might be single right now. She just walked away. That was sad.
I think she wants you.
No,
I mean, I
dude,
don't know if Goblin
okay,
beauty standards would
there's a difference between being mean to a female and that female wanting you. We're gonna have to talk about this, and this isn't like don't put this in the goblin book. Like this is for you.
Well,
This is for you.
I mean, I've only had one serious relationship, and I managed to fuck that up. So,
She
honestly,
seemed like a nice woman.
it's my fault.
She seemed like a nice woman.
No, I think Ferric's talking about the lady here, not your.
No, I
your
was
ex-wife.
talking about her.
You know, is it? At the yeah. Oh yeah, you didn't fuck that up. You could totally just go talk to her really quick, like right now.
She seems like a really nice lady.
Yeah, she's still totally in love with you, man. Like you could just go talk to her. I didn't know that was still a thing.
Like we totally have this covered.
You think so?
Dude.
Bro,
Yeah.
nah. You're leaving here right now.
Yeah, you
No,
need to go. You need to
no,
go talk
this-
to her before we
there's
leave. I didn't know that you.
More important
Yeah.
things happening here.
Well, I mean, we can take care of this.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is fine.
you should go talk to her.
We are in no danger here. You are currently in more mortal danger than we are.
What? Oh, how?
Well,
You know how.
more
Go
like
talk to her.
That's probably more immortal danger because, like, this is like his soul.
I'm like, for the first time, you can see Turgan is visually just kind of blushing.
Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna go downstairs now.
Yeah. I don't know, man. You gave me a shield and everything, and yeah. I'm doing this for your own good. You go talk to her before we leave town, or I'm gonna stab you. Right in the butt.
That's
Right in the butt.
That's painful.
Yeah, and you could probably just kill me afterwards. And I don't want to die, nor do I want to stab you in the butt. I don't think you want to have to kill me. I also don't think you want to get stabbed in the butt.
I don't think I'd really kill you. This is a conversation for another time.
You'd probably fry me. It's a roast goblin.
We're
Yeah,
gonna go
I don't really
downstairs,
care about
and you're
that.
gonna go to the Raven
Yeah.
Rock.
But
See, Ferrick's got my back. Now there's two of us ready to stab you in the butt. You
That's-
don't go.
That's
Go
fine.
talk to her.
I'll go.
Oh.
Not right now.
I'm gonna start poking him in the butt with my stickers.
Okay.
Not like enough
Like
to
she's
like.
up in the High Cliffs, yeah?
Yeah.
Raven Rock Publishing House is up in the High Cliffs, correct?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna get out of here.
Go.
Fine.
We only need the fucking beefcake here.
All right.
I'll fucking follow you there and poke you in the butt the whole
No.
way if I have to.
You don't have to. I'm going.
All
Oh.
right.
It's like a little kid when you're trying to send him to school on his first day.
Yeah. I don't want to go.
He just, as he gets to the bar door, kind of looks back at his purple hat and just looks sad and keeps walking.
That's exactly what I had in mind.
I'm
Literally
poking him in the
like-
butt and
like-
barking at him as I chase him, like out the fucking door.
Dog. All right. I'm going. I'm gone. Staff in hand. Hat is on. I'm out the.
Okay. Alright, so as you make your way to Ravenrook, the rest of you are gonna head downstairs?
Yep.
Okay. So as you kind of make your way down the staircase and back into the sort of casino floor, it's a little bit slow down here for this early. You see a few tables playing. Doesn't seem to be any shouting from below yet. Probably not any fights happening at the moment. You do see the madam behind the bar, as well as sort of the same familiar faces you saw last time. And this seems to be like a recurring place. Like most of the people at the tables are the same people you saw at the tables yesterday.
I wonder if they went home or... Do they look like they went home, or do they look like they slept there?
Some look fresh-faced, and then others look exhausted.
Lilith,
Gotcha.
you're with us in the group, right?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Lilith, you might want to have a little pep talk with the beefcake over here. Catch my drift.
Sure.
What?
Varric. I don't know how else to say this, but
Is this
you are
happening? Are we doing this? Birds and
Very,
bees.
very handsome. You can do
Birds and
this.
the bees is happening. I did not ask for this.
I did. What? You think, like, me telling you you're pretty is gonna, like, pump up
No,
your confidence enough to
listen.
go talk to
This
Ferrick?
isn't anything. It's just objectively, you are very good looking. You can do anything.
I
And
object.
you're gonna go in there and yeah, we're just gonna bargain the heck out of this deal and hopefully find the maiden alive.
Now take your pants
I feel like this is a honeypot right now.
I've gotten you way too paranoid about the CIA. Dude.
Googling
It's 100% honeypot.
honeypot.
That's where you like, for like espionage purposes, to get blackmail on somebody, you get them to like suck something they shouldn't have in a bathroom or something and get it on.
Yep.
Or like sleep with a prostitute and do a bunch of cocaine and stuff.
Yeah. Give them something that they can't possibly have come to light, so they do whatever you want.
Yeah. Like a fly falls in a pot of honey because it's trying to eat the honey, but then the honey is sticky and
Yeah,
then
can't get
drowns
out.
the fly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a trap.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
Good old
You
blackmail.
could have just said that.
Well, it's a very specific type of trap designed to collect blackmail so that the person will continue doing whatever they were doing as if nothing happened and then just like they're magically on your side.
Yep.
All right. Well, did it work? Do I roll a charisma or something?
What?
Wow.
To try to like,
Against a player character? That's rough, man.
what, you're trying to like convince?
I thought that's what I was doing the whole time.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, are you trying to like give him bardic inspiration, or are you trying to?
She's giving him all the inspiration. She's giving him a boner. She's fucking making him feel
You
himself.
made me ugly laugh.
She's fucking.
Savada.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
Not to him. you make my twig uber soft, but Ferric here.
God. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, you can give him a bardic
All right,
inspiration
DM,
for that.
please save this.
Yeah, you can give him a bardic inspiration if you want. That's what I assumed you were doing, unless you had something else in mind.
I was trying to just charisma him into like.
Like you're
Believing
trying
in himself.
to charm him into believing in himself.
Yeah.
Do you have charm person? I didn't think you did.
You're gonna put a charm
Wait,
spell on me to
see,
make
I'm a bard.
Lilith-
I'm not talking
Lilith-
about a spell.
What Lilith can't understand as not a dude is that, like, if you've ever been in the friend zone with any girl ever, which I'm 100% sure every single guy in this speak right now has had that. We're immune to that. Like
I do have
the girl,
suggestions.
Yeah,
the girl
that's-
that puts you in the friend zone and tells you you're handsome. That's like your grandma telling you you're handsome. It cuts.
You
cuts
can
deep.
use suggestion if you want to use the second level spell for this. Assuming he doesn't make the wisdom save.
I think I'm just gonna walk away at this current
Try
point in
not to
time
hurt
and
his
Go
feelings.
hail the madam of the
Lilith,
house.
try not to hurt his feelings. Look at what you've done to the poor
Dog,
man.
what have you done? This was
No, this isn't
Yeah.
your fault.
As,
No,
you told me
as
to
Ferric's
do
walking
this.
away and
You're
Lilith and
a
Dog are
fucking
arguing
you.
behind.
you're a female. I thought you know how to talk to him about this.
I'm so glad that I'm not here for this.
Ferric, as you make your way, I assume towards the madam, right? Yeah, as you do, she's sort of
I'm
watching.
just gonna walk out.
Okay, she's sort of watching the
of
floor.
club.
Okay,
I'm crying.
and sort of like glances over you and then sort of double takes and looks back. Sort of brushes a hair behind her ear, and just sort of like ushers you over. Oh,
I'd like to go and enter a one-on-one fight.
oh my god.
What?
Oh, you're not there. Don't worry about it.
Right? No, that was me going. What?
But yeah, as she sort of waves you over, she's like, "Oh, back so soon."
Have to agree to some.
Oh, business, I see. Okay, you just want me to escort you there, or you want some drinks first, or I see you are mostly, and she kind of looks over your shoulder, mostly alone at the moment?
I'll take a drink. Walk.
Sure. And she kind of like goes a few feet over to the bar, kind of brings out two large, like, champagne style glasses and kind of holds them out to one of the bartenders, who just pours in like a red wine in each, and she sort of walks back and hands one to yours, or hands one to you, and kind of starts sipping on her own.
And the cost?
It's on the house, don't worry about it.
I appreciate it.
Of course. Well, let's go. And she sort of begins kind of leading you down towards the hallway, kind of into, you know, sort of the cusp of the doorway. sort of like gentle hand on your back. So, do you have to talk now, or?
We'll have some other people. So, we're gonna be meeting up relatively soon.
Oh well. I wouldn't want to keep you too much then. And she kind of leads you towards the door to Jack's room, and essentially kind of like ushers you ahead. Just like kind of leans in and whispers very, very close to the ear, you know, where it's so close it kind of tickles when they're talking. She's like, well, if you ever have a free time, I don't work every day, you know.
What? It's not how I planned this happen. What are you doing?
And she just sort of like leans back and just walks off down the hallway with her glass of wine.
So forward! God damn!
I mean, she is a madam of the house.
Is this out of character, or are you saying this? Is Ferric saying this to
that's
himself?
out of character.
Yeah, it's out of character.
In character.
What are you saying? What are you saying in character?
Yeah.
Stunned
I'm
silence.
Kind of just, like, drinking the red wine, not really saying anything.
I don't know if there's a difference right now. The barriers have been shattered.
Like a neutral state of shock, or like a disbelief, or
his face is the color of Turgon's hat.
A foreign optimism.
The fear is comparable to that of what you experience before you have to get in a fist.
Oh, well, that's just adrenaline.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you exactly what he's experiencing right now.
With that, you're gonna enter the main office, I assume.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, how much more inspired could he be?
As you enter,
like at least 1d4 more.
At least 1d4.
He needs a shot of pure adrenochrome.
As you make your way into the office, a little red in the face, but trying to get your composure back. Sort of enter the Jack as she is sort of sitting back in her chair. You can see her like kind of working on paperwork. She sort of just looks up. Oh, welcome back. Here for the business or
the business?
Okay. Which one, if I might ask?
I believe we said we were gonna shut up. We were gonna take the Talador job.
Ah, good. Get it out of the way early. I appreciate that. Yes. Give me 1 second. She kind of shuffles some of her paperwork over as the DM looks up exactly the details. Okay.
Dude, Stricken, is there anything you won't do to get out of having sex with Lance?
There's quite a bit of shit I'll do to get out of having sex with Lance.
Okay.
I could say something, but I won't.
Please don't.
But
it's literally a privilege for you, Hillary. All right.
Shut up, Stricken! Shush!
as she kind of shuffles...
Go on, DM.
Yeah, I am. As she sort of shuffles through the paperwork, she kind of gets out a sheet, ushers you kind of closer on the other side of the desk where she has like 2 chairs set up across from her. And kind of slides the paper across. She's like, okay, well, this is the official manifest of what you will be taking. It is generic, and that is intentional. As I mentioned before, it's what's being transported. Don't worry about it. Just get it through customs. If, lie, cheat, whatever you have to do, just get it back here before the 20th. The shop you'll be picking up is listed here, and she's kind of just like pointing at everything on the paper. It's like you see like the Dorn shop of Legacies and Masterworks. She kind of points out exactly like how many items that it's supposed to be specifically. There's going to be 3 large crates, 4 kind of smaller crates. It'll be delivered by a carriage with a single horse, like kind of buggy system. Where to pick it up specifically. She's like, ends, of course, to starting costs to get through on your travels, and she gives you 100 gold in like a small pouch. This is just to get you there and back, and payments will be upon success, of course.
All right. I know you're not too keen on giving out a lot of information on the package, but I need to know what kind of eminence this package is going to give off, if you will.
She seems kind of like taken back a bit and sort of leans back in her chair and is kind of thinking for a second. Well, it is slightly magical in nature, I suppose, but customs won't pick up on anything like that. I wouldn't worry. It's nothing volatile, if that's what you're concerned about.
Is it a matter of the package getting through customs unchecked?
That would be ideal, yes. We're trying to avoid interest, if you understand.
Understandable.
But, I'm not sure if Dorn himself will be handling the delivery upon your arrival, or if one of his assistants will be there, but all you have to say is you're from the Jack, and he'll know what to do. He'll get you loaded up and on your way as soon as possible.
Alright.
Yeah. I look forward to seeing you in several days. Enjoy the road. It's quite beautiful this time of year.
Let's hope so.
She sort of just... She kind of reaches out to shake your hand.
I'll grab her hand and give it a little kiss.
Oh boy. As she do, she doesn't pull back. She just kind of like looks at you and leaves her hand floating like after you release and kind of just brings it back. Good luck. Kind of just like makes very stark eye contact, like the very specific, like she's like trying to like read into your intentions, and then just sort of goes back to working on her paperwork on the desk.
Lance is trying to really subtly ask you what your intentions are out of character. So.
Nah. His intentions are to avoid romantic interest at all costs. Okay, so as you kind of step out, you know, just sort of paper and small pouch of gold in hand. The specific information on here is obviously like where to go, the number of packages, the carriage, and the horse, and then to pick up that carriage and horse, it is the stables on the western guards tower is what's listed here. She puts on there that she's not providing transportation for whoever you bring with them, but if you have to, the 100 gold will help if you need to just rent a horse rather than buy one.
Okay.
And so we are allowed to use the carriage that these things are already being transported on.
You can, yeah, but the way it seems like worded is that once you, like on the way there, you definitely can, but once the packages are on there, there's not going to be like sitting room.
Understood.
But yeah, so with that, jumping to Turgan. As you find yourself outside the door to the Raven Rook.
Wet your whistle, Lancey Poo.
I reach for the doorknob and like pull away, and they're like, "What the hell is wrong with me? Like, it's not like anything crazy. It's just only the love of your life."
Just pacing outside.
Yeah, like, come on, Turgan. You're more willing to jump through deadly traps and dungeons and do all types of excavations, but you can't just talk to someone that you deeply care about. What's wrong with you? No. And I finally like take a deep breath and turn to the door, and I reach. I go to reach with my right hand, and I stop, and I look at my left, and I reach with my left instead and open the door.
Okay. So, as soon as the door kind of cracks open, the familiar whirring of the printing machines and the presses just is immediate apparent and kind of like bursting out into the streets. It's not like unbearably loud, but it is noticeable volume. As you kind of enter and see they're actively at work printing something or the other for a book or a journal. As the familiar face of Lillian sits at her normal desk to your left. She sort of like peeks up, kind of adjusts her glasses a bit. Oh, well, hi.
Hi,
I got your note.
yes, I was wondering if you had a moment or two.
He sort of like thinks for a second and sort of stands up, kind of straightens out her blouse. Or two, yeah.
After you.
She just kind of makes her way up the staircase behind the desk, kind of opens the door, leaves it open for you as you come up behind.
And I close the door as I walk through.
Okay.
I'm sure you have a lot of questions.
Quite, yes. Firstly, what the hell are you doing? Just pop up out of nowhere, act like nothing's going on, bring a ragtag group of friends, just like nothing is different, or...
Listen, you have every right to be angry.
Oh, no, I know. You don't have to tell me that. I'm just asking you to explain yourself.
The past 6 months have been turbulent as best. I'm sure you heard what happened in Solon.
Yes, I wrote your parents, and here they're okay, so that is good to know. And obviously you're okay as well.
I was there, not in the city, and I was there when it happened. In the dig.
In the dig?
This is what this is all about. I literally like go, like, I'm guessing there's like a seat or something.
Yeah, there's like a sitting area kind of in the corner. It's a large bedroom. It's basically a studio apartment up here.
Yeah, so I just I just kind of let go of my staff, but like mage hand it to like put it in the corner, and like take my hat off and like sit down, and like I'm kind of like holding my hat like in between like both of my hands, just kind of fidgeting with it as I sit down and be like, me and my other companions, we were there when it happened. It was a new discovery. I was on site in Solon, and things went in a direction that none of us expected. And you have to believe me, I did what I could at that time to stop it from being worse. And I just feel like I've only made things.
She kind of softens up a bit, sort of sits in the chair across from you, sort of placing one of her hands on yours as you're sort of fidgeting with the hat. And of course you would. That's what you always do. Just, I don't understand why you wouldn't have just spoken to me about it. It's been 6 months and you've just not said a word.
Because it's not that I don't trust you, it's not about that. It's just, I don't want to involve you on anything that could hurt you. I care very deeply about you, and I pushed you away in the time when I shouldn't have. And I like look towards like my arm and like look towards her and be like, I've accepted this part of my life now, and I'm deeply sorry for what I've done.
Oh, I forgive you, of course. I trust this is why there's merchant guard outside my doors nowadays. Kind of giving you like a smirk.
Yes, I fear that we're only going to get further involved with the more unsavory people, and it would absolutely destroy me if I had learned anything bad happened to you.
No, I can handle myself all right, I think, but I appreciate it as always do.
I've no doubt about that, but when I lost Vindigos, I lost part of me as well, more than what was already lost. I already felt like half of a man, and losing Vindigos felt like the other half was taken.
Yes, I know it hits you hard, but it's been years. You've got to, like... I know you can't let it go, but you've got to use that to further yourself at this point. It's not healthy. I mean, write about it if you have to. That's always been your venting process before.
It's hard to explain, but you haven't seen the condition it's in. That's my fault. The current prison that encompasses Solon and saved it. I use like quotations.
Yeah.
That was me. Lillian, like, I gave everything. I'm maybe a quarter of the wizard I used to be. And I like look at the tome and pull it out and be like, this damn book, it took it all. It took it all from me. I don't know if I can ever get back what I had, but all I know is that it came at a cost to save everyone, and it asks for more. Because if I don't find something else to keep that protection going around Solon, then it's just going to destroy what's left.
She, like, just kind of sits in silence for a second and sort of puts her other hand on yours. Then you need to get back out there, then, don't you? Her voice cracking a little bit.
Yes, I do.
Well, then, you know I'm always here if you need anything. And she's sort of, you can see her struggling a bit. Just do what you always do. Just, you fix things, you find things, and you tell me about it, and we write about it. That's what we've always done. Just keep doing it.
I like look her like straight in the face, nod, and I lean in and I give her a kiss.
Okay. She's slightly stunned at first, but reciprocates. Just...
I never stopped loving you.
Oh, me either. You just stopped coming home is all. Just let me know what's happening. I know you have things to do. I understand, and I know this is clearly taken quite a bit from you. Just don't disappear again.
I won't. I promise.
She kind of like leans in, gives you a kiss on the cheek, and kind of wraps her arms around your neck.
And I hug her back with like, at first like almost apprehensive with my metal on, but then like complete the hug.
And she kind of holds on for what feels like quite a while, and as she kind of pulls back, wiping a tear from her eye, as you can see her makeup running just a little bit, she's trying to adjust it beneath her glasses. Just keep good company. Just don't die in some hole. You've already almost done that once. And she kind of motions towards your arm and kind of gives it a pat.
I will do everything I can. I do learn the hard way usually. Kind of motion my arm.
She sort of smirks, still kind of wiping away, cleaning up her other eye. Well, I appreciate you stopping by.
I had to. I needed to. And on a lighter note, maybe I gotta rummage through my bag, and I produce to her kind of the beginning writings of our kind of journeys as a group, and be like, it's not much to go off of, but I took some liberties by changing some of the names, but by this way you'll understand what I've been doing with the rest of them.
She kind of takes the manuscripts in her hands and sort of like, crosses them across her chest, like, schoolgirl holding her books almost.
Mm-hmm. Who knows, maybe we can actually churn out some money.
Well, either way, at least it's one way for me to, keep in touch, I guess. So, don't have to talk about everything, I can just read it. And you can take your time.
Of course. I think I should probably get back to them. They're probably wondering where I am at this point.
Of course.
The enemy does misses you too, and I just like kind of summon him out.
Okay, as he sort of like skirts over to her shoulder, she kind of raises a finger and kind of gives him a rub right under the beak, to which he sort of leans into. Yep, well, at least one of us doesn't age right.
Seems that way. Well, I love you.
I love you too. She kind of like makes her way towards the door and kind of begins to sort of open it, holding the manuscripts in one hand. Kind of like, I'll need a moment, but you know your way out, of course.
I'll be back as soon as I can, and if I take any longer than I should, I'll get a hold of you. I always will.
Okay. She kind of leans in and gives you another hug, just one-handed as she's holding the papers, and kind of steps back, smiles. She's like, that looks good on you, by the way.
Thank you. I mage hand my staff like back over to me and like catch it with my with my right hand, and I kind of just give a nod and walk down the stairs.
As you do, make your way back outside to the bustling streets and the high cliffs. So with that, the other three of you, what are y'all doing?
Did we say we were gonna find Dagger? See if Dagger was there?
Well, I mean, essentially you went to talk to her, Dog was left on the casino floor, and Lilith just left the bar, so...
What happened? I go to do one conversation and everything falls apart.
Can I just be standing in line to sign up for a fight, like, weeping openly?
You're just down by the arena, just like waiting for something to happen?
Yeah, I'm like in line to sign up or whatever, or like near the sign up area, just crying.
The half orc who kind of signed you up the first time is like, hey, you alright? Or...
No, I'm not alright. I was just trying to help. I think...
The drinks are on the second floor, not down here. Look, think you need a drink, friend. Probably a couple.
No, I guess I'll like wander off sulkingly to the bar.
You kind of make your way back up the stairs to the bar. About the time kind of Ferrick's making his way back out of the hallway.
So, are you gonna bump into me, or are you just gonna let me go over there to the bar? Fair. Just get.
I mean,
pissed.
you're crying, right?
Yeah, and I'm just going to get pissed. So, are you gonna like take a little bit of initiative for the weeping goblins? A little bit.
I don't know, man.
Kind
The goblin's crying. That's like
grab me by the scruff of the neck and
way
just
out of
drag
my-
me with you. Just kind of even hoping just for that.
I'm gonna lasso him, and then I'm gonna drag him behind me like a sled.
With what?
With the rope that I have on me.
Wait, are you gonna actually lasso him or like sneak up on him and just like start tying him up?
I'm gonna sneak up behind him.
This is horrible.
This is great.
I'm not gonna lasso him from across the room. I'll fail that.
That's what I was wondering.
Choke me out.
Sorry, I
from
didn't
behind.
mean to. Sorry, Sarah.
Exactly. Wrangle a bartender.
You're right. Hey, that's actually a really good move.
The bartender is like looking, like wishing that was her.
Oh my god.
God, I wish that were me right now.
Mhm.
It's like, it's
Yeah, I'm
weird.
gonna drag him behind me on his shield like a sled.
Okay.
Just-
I'll
just-
like, sit there like slumped over pouting.
Yeah, just pouting, and you're kind of like, "This is fine, whatever," until you hit the stairs. Just like doom, 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 doom up each stair. As you kind of reach the top, and Lilith, did you go like outside the bar? Or are you just on the main floor
Yes.
again? Okay.
No, I walked all the way out.
All right. So, Ferric, you're just gonna make your way out as well.
When he comes out, I'm
Yeah.
obviously avoiding eye contact with him because I'm fucking embarrassed.
Poor lad's still traumatized.
Okay. So, as you kind of like walk out and open the door, you can see Lilith sort of sitting like off on some barrels, just a few feet away from the entrance, just kind of sitting there, sort of fiddling with her blade. Kind of not really paying too much attention as you kind of walk out the door, dragging your rope with a goblin on a shield, just sort of turtling behind you.
With this song playing.
right out of the woodger.
The bouncer is a simpleton. Does he get a good chuckle out of it?
Yeah, he kind of like double takes and looks down, and like from your perspective, this man is just like a skyscraper. As you're like just laying on your back, looking up, sort of like a single smirk and just.
And this like tragic music's playing, and I'm just thinking to myself, how did I get here?
Lance, why don't you describe the sky that you're up at?
Today is kind of cloudy. It looks like it might rain, but currently it's just sort of got that like light kind of cool breeze in the air when like you can smell the rain, but nothing's happening yet.
What looks like a goblin flipping you off floats by the cloud.
Yeah.
Alright, well, should we wait around for Turgan?
I mean, we kind of like made him go there or whatever. I'm sorry about the, making you talk to that lady. Very
Right, so would us
That made
showing
him
up there be,
objectify
like,
you in your magnum
or-
dong.
So should we wait for him here, or should we go there? Because I feel like going there and just showing up would be kind of rude.
I guess we'll wait here.
Okay.
I almost went and got into a fight just to like die really quick,
That's never like a really quick
or like
buddy.
I don't know, make some money. But yeah, I guess we gotta find this other lady or whatever first.
Okay, so as some time passes, as Ferric, Lilith, and Dog kind of sit outside the bar.
Lilith has nothing to say to Ferric, and it's really uncomfortable.
Just sitting in silence on the barrel.
Mm-hmm.
But probably
We're
about,
like strangers waiting for the bus.
probably about
Hey, Turgan, our common acquaintance!
probably about 15-20 minutes passes, and Turgan kind of makes his way back into the square, and you can kind of see him in the distance, and he starts making his way back over.
Downtown.
Yeah, you can pretty much just see the purple hat above all the heads in the crowd.
Is he walking slow, or would you say he's walking fast?
I would say he's walking Turkin pace.
Are there like places he's passing?
I mean, yeah, this is like one of the main squares. Lots of shops. Little, like,
Stricken's on to me.
Stalls in the middle.
He just died inside. I just stole part of Stricken's soul with that. I'm sorry. All right. Does he look cheerful, or does he look like a broken-hearted
No,
like,
Turgan, how do you look?
chump?
I
Call
have
him a chump.
I have a like a good smile, not like anything like too big or anything.
Melancholy.
No, not melancholy. Like,
Obviously happy, but not exuberant.
yeah, I'm not like, yeah. I'm like, that was good.
He's got blue
No, he's
balls.
100% skipping.
That's 100% blue balls right there.
Man is skipping
He's
down
emotionally satisfied, but he didn't have time to do the nasty.
As Dog gets out his notes and begins writing a book about humans.
Hello, friends. Back. So, are we on or
the street. Are you on is the question.
on what?
On her good side.
Oh, yes. It went very well. Actually.
Yeah, that I gotta say, especially considering how things just went in there, that was.
Yeah, I would like to
not sure I
politely, but non-intrusively, give Turgan a hug. A short one. And then we'll move on.
Are you giving like an actual hug, or are you doing the Christian side hug?
Oof.
That's even more awkward, so not that.
Okay, so just a quick little hug around the waist.
Hello. Yes. Good to see you too, Lilith.
I'm glad your exchange went well. And I'm like looking down at my feet.
I'm sorry. Did I miss something when I was gone? I wasn't gone for that long.
Maybe like in a couple of years after a whole lot of drinks. It's really complicated and really boring, but at the same time excruciatingly painful.
Hey, so I have information. Here's a paper that we've got.
Oh, alright then. Kind of, like, I guess, unroll it.
Yeah, and as you do, it's all the same information I've kind of already told Ferric. Essentially, where to go, the specifics, that you'll be allotted a carriage and a buggy, and that 100 gold was handed over to cover road costs or rentals of horses if you didn't have your own.
Oh, I forgot to write that down.
Where would be the buggy that we are taking?
It says it's over at the Western Guards Tower.
Yep.
Alright then, I guess we shall sally forth and make our way.
Downtown.
Didn't we have
Walking fast.
a couple more things we wanted to do here first?
Oh yeah, we gotta get a
Balsanar.
dagger.
Oh,
You got that emotionally crippling experience in there kind of threw me off, and I forgot to look for him.
Oh yes, that's absolutely right. And your friend like Ferric mentioned.
Right. I just left there. I don't really want to go back in there 2 minutes after leaving there.
Can only handle so much romance.
Well,
God will throw love at me and I'll feel too much.
I'm going to only assume that things didn't go well. If you really want to look for Dagger, I mean, I'll go inside.
Yeah, you want to go
I kinda
grab
have
him?
to go with you, so let's go.
Both of you go grab him. I'm gonna sit here and what do you say?
I think I'm just gonna, before we go in, ask the bouncer if he's seen Dagger.
Okay, the Goliath or the Halfling?
Both?
Okay.
I just want to ask Lilith, what the hell was that?
What?
That was your pep talk. To the guy who's actually handsome, but has no self-confidence and is really shy.
I don't know what happened.
Well, it's like nobody would have believed that you meant a single word that you said.
I just am.
Might as well have kicked him in the balls and pushed him into her office.
I'm just taking it. The shots keep coming.
Why don't you, out of character, slap me or something? Go for it. I don't care. Smack me upside my goblin head and then just be like, you know what, dog? I've had enough of this. I feel like I've earned a bunch of cheap shots for how long I waited for her to come out of the portal. That's because I'm such a petty little green bitch. That's what I was waiting for the entire time.
Like, finally, it had a book of quips that you were saving for years.
Like, out of character, it's like he's the closest thing to family I've ever had. I like love him so much, even though he's
Little green bastard.
I just don't know how to like. He's still upset with me for being gone, and I just really don't know what to do about it. So I'm like trying to play nice and
Out
like
of character, I'm not
mend
really
this.
like
I don't
upset
know.
with you. I'm just busting your balls, and I'm very well aware that like you don't know what the fuck that was any more than I do. So just saying. But I definitely take pleasure in the fact that I get to bust your balls over it. So,
Yeah, no, I think it's fair.
So yeah, but yeah, yo, feel free if I'm like, giving you shit over something like, you setting Ferric up, kiss Lance's hand uncomfortably. Then yeah, feel free to like smack
All
me
right.
upside the head.
Foreshadowing for anyone watching, my goal is that Lance NPC kisses everyone in this group by the end. I'm putting it out there.
I'll be sure to make dogs the worst.
Oh my god.
A French
Dog,
kiss.
you're unconscious and a pig walks over.
It's the most intimate pig kiss you've ever seen.
It spreads its cheeks and.
Okay, guys, I've seen Black Mirror 2, okay? All right.
Oh,
Settle
fuck
down.
off.
Oh no!
Okay, so what do the two guards say about Dagger?
As you walk up and kind of ask, the big one sort of like looks sort of sad, and then the halfling's like, "Yeah, he's kind of fucked up. Yeah, Tim fucked up, but he's alive.
Tim fucked up.
Yeah, so
We told him not to go to Tim anymore.
yeah, but Tim gives discounts. You know how it goes.
God. Tim.
But it's slightly infected. He'll be fine. He's
Like, how slightly is slightly?
well, he was pretty greenish tinted last I saw, but
Alright, so a little more than slightly.
he'll be fine. He's a resilient little bastard, but no.
Dude sounds like an unripe fruit. He's green. What do you mean?
Yeah, well, Tim did what he could,
Where is he at Tim's? Where is Dagger?
I think he went to a real doctor. I'm not sure. Tim kind of moved his tent, so I don't know where Tim's at either.
Tim works out of a tent?
Well, I mean, what do you expect? He has like 5 gold worth of surgery supplies. I mean, you can't expect perfection.
Do you know where Tim moved his tent to?
No, it used to be up. He kind of motions across towards sort of where that bookstore was y'all were at prior. He's like kind of back there through the alley. Take a left, and in the back alley over there, where they kind of scoop most of the trash. Yeah, that was where Tim was set up. But after the dagger thing,
So Tim was the trash man. Tim the trash man Taylor.
Yeah, I guess. It wasn't the most sanitary conditions, but usually it was fine. He just so happens, I guess he didn't know how to stitch up, dragon claw wounds and things like that.
This all sounds a lot like some stuff that Dagger would find himself in. Do you have any idea where Dagger is?
Well, I mean, if he's in town still, he'll probably pop back up here within a few days. Otherwise, I mean, if he's really rough, he might have gone see his brother Shiv in Belgard, but I don't know if he'd make that trip.
Never mind. Never mind. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Good fight the other day. Dagger was pretty happy even with, the circumstances, so.
Yeah, that's why we were kind of hoping to find Dagger.
Yeah, like I said, just pop back in a few days and, I'm sure he'll be back. He's He's always back. He's been in more fights than just this one, you know.
All right.
I lean into Ferric. I'm like, his brother name is Shiv?
I'm not.
So I guess we don't need to go inside?
No.
Alright, well, let's just meet back up with everyone else and...
Yeah, well, I guess we're just like sitting here, and I've been just busting Lilith's ball.
I got a feeling
So-
their father's name is Shank.
Oh my god!
Get out of my head! No, his mother's name was Scimitar.
No!
No, it's Skimmy. Her name is
Skimmy.
Dude,
Bruh.
fucking wow, kids.
Simultaneously trigger the whole Discord.
Yeah. Obviously, we're introduced to medieval weaponry by World of Warcraft and not Age of Empires.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, I will relay what the
Mhm.
guards told me to the rest of the group.
Okay.
Shiv.
Yeah, I don't.
Dagger might be dead, actually.
I mean, I hope
I kind
not.
of feel responsible for that and kind of want to like track him down and maybe like heal him.
I
and
also
make
kind of
sure
feel like
doesn't
he was
die.
gonna get it. Yeah. Okay.
But I also feel like we don't have time for that, and we like kind of need to start moving to pick up these packages.
How about this? Well, I know we have a couple days.
But these packages, right? We're just using this as like a cover to find out about the girl, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Why are you talking like that? We're in an alley.
Well, we're right outside of the Jackboots fucking club.
Are we?
I mean, I figured y'all moved a little bit away, but yeah, you're still in the same area.
Let's
I'm really paranoid, man.
let's
You know,
let's go sit on the beanbags in the bookstore.
for all we know, a Doppler
Discuss
could be
later.
any one of these bricks along any one of these walls.
I poke some of the walls.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Shit!
Dopplers, mimics, all manner of foul thing hide in plain sight every day, but nobody wants to listen.
Dog, maybe when you go talk to Balsanar, you can ask him about Dagger as well.
Okay.
Good
Um,
point. And we can
yeah.
make a like a get well soon.
I forgot about that guy. Okay, so think about this guy. He's a little bit intimidating. So
Sounds like you got it covered.
No, I most certainly don't. In case you didn't notice, I'm incredibly short, green, and nobody respects me.
But you have a
so
shield now.
That, please stop. Okay,
Shield.
I'm gonna need you to come with me.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. All right, Lilith.
Has Lilith met this guy, or is this a guy I met when she was in the portal?
This would be someone you met while she was in the portal and you started kind
Okay.
of fencing things.
I have like a new contact type that I guess I'm gonna introduce you to, and maybe you do the talking because, yeah, you're more likable than I am, and you're not in that place anymore. So,
I'm just like, sure, I'll try if you really want me to. And I've just lost all confidence.
What happened when I was gone?
The silence says it all.
That's about how much.
All right then. Lilith, I'm sure whatever happened, it's not your fault. Yeah, if it wasn't for all of you, I wouldn't have reconnected with the love of my life. So, thank you.
I want to hug him again.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Lilith, I'm sorry for busting your balls so hard for the whole thing. And
I crouched down and hugged
you
Dog.
did your best, and
Just hugging everybody.
Like quickly give her a hug and
No,
then
no,
just like
not
push her off.
Varric.
Not
Yeah.
Varric.
That's fine.
Does anybody else feel like an icy breeze?
As a matter of fact, yes.
Hey, it's one of them cold
Does
spots.
Ferric look like he wants to hug me?
Like a ghost just came through here. It's one of them cold spots.
He's just standing there like Dr. Evil with like crying and stuff, like asking for a hug.
Ice elementals are invading the city.
Oh, God.
Winter is coming.
Lance, I just pointing my hand towards the ground, I very lightly cast Ray of Frost.
Oh yeah. You know, like those ice statues in the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. That's what just happened to Ferric. He's just fucking frozen.
All of y'all are speaking for Ferric. Ferric can describe how he's feeling himself.
I was just gonna let that keep going.
Oh.
Would you like a hug, Ferric?
Everybody,
Come on, guys, get in here. Let's give Ferric a
Dear
little. Let's
DM.
warm him up a little. Let's all huddle up around Ferric.
It's like
yeah,
blame you.
I would
You like
to,
take off your tiny goblin cloak and like wrap it around his.
yeah, and we're all gonna like huddle in here and like rub him up and
No.
down, like we're
No.
trying to warm him
No,
up.
we are not doing
yes,
that.
I am. At least I am. You guys can hug him.
There is
But
a
I'm trying
goblin
to rub
rubbing
him,
your
yeah.
leg. Just-
It just basically looks like a goblin humping.
How do you react to that?
A little green chihuahua man.
I legitimately don't know.
He shudders.
yeah, he's just giving up.
We just mentioned you're a little shit, man.
If it wasn't gonna cost me a spell slot, I'd cast Armor of Agathis on
Oh my god.
just for this, but
It's on the spot where there's friction between us.
the spot where there is
There's a
all
connection.
of the ice.
All right. Okay. So, yeah, we need to go talk to this
Balsinar.
Balsinar, the Black Dragonborn.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, as y'all head towards Dog, kind of leading the way, having been there a few times, although it's been a while.
I think I've only met a few Dragonborn in my life. Very recluse people.
Yeah, I don't know how certain I am this guy really likes me, but I know he exists, and I know he might be able to find.
Those are two important qualities that we currently need.
Yes, indeed.
Also, I
Exactly.
kind of lean in and be like, be able to help us a little bit about Russo too, without really even talking to Grim, maybe.
That's a good point. Ask that question.
I'm not doing any of the talking with this guy. I just
Good
know he
point.
exists.
Alright, we will ask that question.
Okay. So, it's only about a 5-minute walk through the high cliffs to kind of get to what is a rather decorative kind of. It doesn't really look like a shop. It's trying to think of the best way to explain this. There's like windows, but it's not. I'm trying to think the best way to say this. Okay, so it's more of a almost think of like a tanner's type shop, like someone that does leathers, where it's like it's not all about like the prettiness of it. It's like functionality. Like there's kind of like wood pillars supporting it. The windows are nothing special.
It's like a workshop area.
Yeah, thank you. Like workshop is the best way to describe it. It doesn't look like there's any workshopping being done, but like the building style is very meant to kind of blend in, not really draw attention. The only thing that really kind of catches your eye looking at this that makes it not plain is a very ornate symbol which kind of hovers over the door, kind of sticking out. It's a circular crest with a make sure I don't fuck this word up. Ouroboros of like a snake kind of eating its own tail going around, and in the center is a cross of there's an open book and then a single quill kind of laying in the center of it. Sorry.
Lance, like, have I ever like seen this iconography before?
Oh yes, no. As soon as you kind of get to the building, like his description was a little like kind of vague, but you see this, you immediately know this is like the Fraternal Azuran Brotherhood.
Oh.
What?
Should definitely be cautious around.
Why?
these people.
Why?
This is the Fraternal Azuran Brotherhood. They usually deal in mostly, yes, artifacts, but more black market trading to the highest bidder type thing, and they're not afraid to slit someone's throat. I've had dealings with them in the past.
So this is like exactly who we're looking for then.
Yes.
That's awesome. All right. You should probably take the lead since you know what the thingamajiggy is. I just know Balsanar. That's the name, and he's a black dragonborn, if anybody asks.
Well, alright then.
How do I know him exactly, Lance? Was it like we like gambled one time or something along those lines?
It's more of a sort of, he was somebody who repeatedly kind of came to you in your, quote unquote bog to trade, but his was never like a trade so much of items. Like he didn't want anything from you. It was more of he would just kind of ask, like, who's come by? Like, who sold you that? And kind of
So he wanted information.
Yeah, and then he would pay you for depending on what he deemed valuable or not. So it's always kind of like, pleasant. Like he never did anything to cause you like any harm. It was just like you asked him questions, he usually knew, and he would help you out.
So I was a snitch.
Not necessarily knowing you were a snitch, but yeah.
You were in it.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, I would know.
No, in character, it would just be, he would answer stuff for you too. So it was sort of like, oh, this is just kind of like a casual exchange of information.
Just trading information.
Yeah.
It's like gossip.
Yeah, you're basically, two girls gossiping in the bog.
Having a sewing circle out in the middle of a swamp. No big
And he would give you money for it.
Yeah, and he's got
right.
curiosity. Who's trading things to the goblin that lives out of town in the bog?
Alrighty.
Alright, and we go then.
All right, as you enter, the inside is very cozy. There's definitely a few bodies in here. It's not like packed like a tavern or anything. You see kind of a main table sort of in the center, a circular round table that kind of has a group kind of huddled around it, sort of light blue robes, sort of just talking. You see further back a set of stairs going up, and next to the stairs there's a much more like formal, elegant looking desk with another person sitting there. Looks to be a black dragonborn wearing similar kind of blue robes, but they're kind of slightly more ornate. There's kind of like gold inlay. As you kind of enter the door and the door shuts, everyone kind of turns and sort of looks at you for a second.
Hello there. Trying to find someone whose name was Balsanar, Black Dragonborn.
The people kind of around the round table sort of like look at you and then kind of like look back to the Black Dragonborn. He just sort of like sits up, he's a very, very large, like an imposing dragonborn. This isn't like the scrawny ones. This is like, dude is built, stands up, has like the tiniest glasses on his face. Yes. Yeah. He's sort of like squinting, like eyeballing to see if he recognizes any of you, and then sees Dog, just sort of like kind of being quiet. Oh. What can I do for you?
I kind of like take my hat off and like put it on top of my staff. And, like, greetings, I'm Master Turgan Gelt. I'm looking to acquire some information about a few people, if you have the time.
He kind of makes his way around the table, and just as he does, he sort of just makes like a shooing motion. And the other four kind of make their way back further down kind of the room, kind of find another table, less central. Maybe. I've got to ask why, though.
Just trying to find some people, is all.
He kind of like, he's eyeballing you, kind of looking over everybody, looks down at Dog. You trading or you purchasing information?
Is there anything that you might be interested in coming to know?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, come with me. And he kind of like ushers you sort of back around this large round table, past the desk he was sitting at, and kind of opens a door that goes beneath the staircase, like underneath the staircase. And as he kind of opens it, you can see another office-style building or room. And as he kind of enters first and kind of leads you in, let me see. Turgan, make a perception check.
Yeah, I think it's hold on. An 8.
An 8. As you kind of cross the threshold into the room, this won't affect really anybody else for the most part in a noticeable way, except for you, Turgan, where immediately you kind of feel your arm get a little bit heavier, and it feels very eerily similar to, not exactly the feeling you got when you're within Solon post-event, but there's some kind of like anti-magic thing happening in here.
Ah. Well.
He's like, Dragonborn just kind of raises his like large kind of taloned hands. It's just nothing personal. Void scrying is all. Kind of defeats the purpose of secrets, doesn't it?
Fair enough. Guess I'll just take this off then, and just like undo like some of the straps and take off my arm.
Okay. He's just sort of just like pushes his glasses up, kind of looks in. That's amazing. You do that yourself.
I made it.
It's creative.
Well, one tends to get creative when they lose an arm.
You can see him, like, he's really, like, inspecting it. Like, he's not getting close or, like, kind of encroaching or anything, but he's, like, looking at every... Yeah.
I'm gonna hide it from, like, his line of sight, or, like stuff it into Turgan's bag, or, like, hand it to him and be like, put this away. Yeah.
He kind of leans back on the desk, crosses his arms, just sort of, like,
Cut this shit, bouncing that. All right.
Scratches at some of the scales on his face.
And you could let the void scrying up for him just so he could use his damn arm. That's fucking rude. Me and you both know any secret more than two people know ain't much of a secret anyway. All right, relax.
Well, that's why I don't sell secrets cheap. That's the exact point. Gotta keep the value up.
Yeah. And how many of us are sitting here? If anything said here, market share is gonna go way down, huh?
Well, it depends on what you ask,
right.
I guess.
Maybe we have something to offer you. All right, let my friend use his damn arm.
It's not the end of the world. I mean, I've had to get used to not having an arm for quite a while.
All right.
I appreciate it, dog. It's fine.
Fucking rude. Don't let him inspect that anymore, and don't offer anything up to this guy. He'll get you to tell him things. He's good at it.
Oh, you act like I'm just so aggressive about it. It's just...
No, it's precisely because you're not aggressive about it that I'm warning him.
I understand. I've had dealings with this type of people before.
Well, excuse me for feeling like a modicum of responsibility for you not getting fucked by the guy I introduced you to.
No,
my apologies.
He just sort of like raises his hand. He's like, all right. So, we're exchanging information. You're buying it, and what do you want?
I guess 2 things. Yeah, right. Two things. Everyone.
3 things.
3 things. Yes.
Just sort of eyeballing all 4 of you.
One in particular, do you know the whereabouts of a Brotherhood member named Grimm?
Perhaps.
Can I do an insight check on, like, to see if he, like, reacted to, like, you're not the only people who's asked about him?
Yeah, go ahead, give me an insight check.
Uh, 7.
He is just like stone cold faced, like Just no emotion or reaction at all. Outside of like what you can't tell if it's a nervous twitch or just sort of intentionally meant to mislead you into thinking it's a nervous twitch, as he sort of like fiddles with his face and kind of scratches at scales.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I might know a thing or two. It's pretty recent information. It's still hot. But how about you want it?
What is your, I guess, going rate?
Well, if you got something juicy enough for me, I give it out trade for trade, as your friend here well knows. I mean, he's... Otherwise, this isn't anything major, at least not to me. I'd say like 50.
Well, going around the room here, do we have any we would like to offer in trade, or going to go with the cash amount?
I well, that I had any information that could benefit.
You'd be amazed what can benefit. But, money's always safe, of course. And then you don't risk me devaluing whatever you think is so secret.
I don't really know if I have many secrets left. Can I whisper to Lilith?
Yeah, go for it.
Like, I can actually whisper and not be overheard?
I mean, you haven't...
could try it over here.
I was gonna say, you haven't... I was gonna say, if you had picked cantrips, you could use message, but I don't think you have yet. But, yeah, you can try to just whisper it, and I'll roll a perception check for him.
Like, while he goes to whisper, I'm just gonna ask, are you, a playing man in any sort of facet?
A what man?
A playing man, game man. Someone who would maybe trade in you know, a fair game of dragon chess.
I think he's trying to say a gambler.
Can't tell if you're just trying to flatter me with a dragon chess set, or you're serious.
Oh, I'm very serious. I reach into my bag and pull out my dragon chess set and kind of set it down and unfold kind of open it up. You know how a chess set would open up. Like the interior has like the pieces and everything.
You just carry that around with you everywhere, huh?
It's a good way to eat time up.
That's actually pretty cool. Why haven't we played that before?
Because nobody asked.
So let me read into this real quick. Are you suggesting we play for secrets?
Got anything better to do?
No, that's just adorable is all.
How about we put a wager? Gentleman's bet?
Money or more secrets? You see a smirk kind of just cross his lizard face.
If I can checkmate you in, I don't know, let's say 20 turns, then you give us the information we're asking for, all three of it, and if I don't, and you check me in 20 turns, well, checkmate, excuse
Why
me.
has it gotta be 20 turns?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be 20 turns, so we haven't had Dragon Chess before, so we gotta kind of go through how to play that, but
No, I know, but
yeah, I hear you.
Put an ultimatum.
Alright, I'm willing to humor it. It's been a slow day, but first I'll need to know what little pieces of information you want. Value and all that.
Oh, you know the first one.
Yeah, that's affordable. I think I can risk that one. Go on.
What's the second one we want to ask?
I mean, did we want to ask him about Dagger or no?
No.
Okay.
There's
Then...
the jackboot and the girl.
That's right. Her name. Yeah, Teresa.
Yes, do you know anything about Teresa?
Teresa May.
See, now you're getting up there. Yeah, I might know a thing or two.
And lastly, I guess the icing on the cake. What do you know about Russo and his group of people?
Make an insight check.
What was their group called again? I forget.
The Ironbound.
The Iron Brand. Yeah.
Iron Brand. That's right.
Ah, Christ! I'm rolling a terrible. An 8.
He's just kind of no real reaction from him. Kind of just like rubbing his chin. Russo. All right. Curious. Well, and he kind of like grabs the chess set and sort of scoots it into the middle of his desk. He kind of walks around the side. Let's see what you got then.
Very well.
As you kind of sit down, he kind of opens the drawer next to the desk, like kind of his side of the desk, pulls it out, lays out just a certificate. Just as you kind of look over it, just shows that although it is a few years old, he actually won a Dragon Chess tournament at one point. So he's just sort of an intimidation factor.
Was this in the junior leagues?
Oh, man.
Am I supposed to be impressed by this?
Oh, go one.
All right, so with that, just Mech, roll for initiative.
Roll initiative.
To see who gets to go first.
Roll initiative for chess. That's great.
Just want to throw this out there.
Mm-hmm.
Gambling with chess. This is the most bizarre thing ever, and I have a set of cards that I'm pretty sure somebody else has dice. So, like, what the fuck is he? He's not like the Grim fucking Reaper.
Because he's an
This
intellectual.
is more his speed, though.
Yeah.
I don't fancy him an intellectual. I fancy him a fucking thief.
So 4 for me. I rolled
An
like
intellectual thief of knowledge.
Okay. All right, so he did beat you on initiative, so he goes first. All right, so how this is going to work is it's going to be similar to how we've done the other games, where essentially it's going to be a D4, a D6, a D8, and then a D10.
Oh, God.
But we're adding your intelligence modifier for your moves.
Gotcha.
So he's going to go first with the D4. All right. And just, you can tell me what you've got. There's no, like, gambling or... You can't cheat at chess easily, so...
Yeah. So a 3 for my first one.
Okay. So as he kind of moves out, you match him. Alright, going for the second move. As you roll the D6, you can see you've played enough Dragon Chess to be... You're sort of like, that's a rookie move.
Could be a feint. Of 6.
He sort of watches your
big
response. There's just sort of this like eye contact. It's like in between turns of just like trying to read into each other. It's almost worse than poker.
Sex. Oh. Look into his soul.
What's the next dice? What's that after?
It's gonna be a D8, and as he makes his move, you just sort of with your insight, you already know this like what he's going for.
5 for me.
Yeah.
Gonna move straight into your heart.
He's playing regular Dragon Chess, and you're playing 4D Dragon Chess.
Oh, I hate that.
I'm playing fucking 6D chess on his ass.
Ooh.
Quantum chess.
Hey, a D10 now.
It's better than
Yeah,
40.
now it's a D10. But as he's making these kind of rookie moves with his last sort of few moves, he's got you in a position where it's sort of like, okay, wait, this could be dangerous.
I got a 7.
7. All right, so add this up.
We're the chess master Donald Trump.
And you literally beat him by 1.
Oh,
Because he
that's
rolled
yeah.
horrible, like at those like middle two. He almost made it up, but yeah, as he moves in and gets you basically in a check, and then you kind of twist around on your turn and just get the mate, and it was just
Get the mate.
get the mate.
Well done. Well played. Haven't had a good run like that for quite a while.
Yeah, no, that was you can see he's visibly frustrated. Huh. Well, deal's a deal. Well, Grim just kind of leans back into his chair. He, well, last seen dealing with, I believe, you folks in tips, from what I've heard. But, he, dipped out of there right quick after that. Last seen hanging out in the, Eastern District. I think he's holed up somewhere with, I think his name was Joseph. He's just a traitor. He's at the, Bellegarde Wall. At least that's what I've heard. Now, for, Teresa, she's a jackboot, so I can't get too deep. But my bet is they probably moved her to their, she went west out of the walls, and then we couldn't really track from there, but as far as their normal patterns, it's either holed up in Talinor, which I doubt, or it's at the manor, but, if you're planning on knocking there, good fucking luck.
And, about Russo?
Russo, well, it is mighty curious y'all are looking for Russo, but yeah, he was through here recently. Last I heard, he was heading to Liz Thalor. But, that's about all I can give you on that.
Well, I appreciate the information that you have given us. It has given us a better sense of direction instead of wandering aimlessly and burning precious time that we have.
Could I ask another small, quick question?
Want to play chess for it? He sort of smiles at you.
I would like not risk my pride that heavily.
Why don't you ask him what his price is for it?
Yeah, ask ahead, it's fine.
I just want to know if it's common knowledge that we've met Tips for a while.
He just sort of looks at you and just kind of like eyebrow raise and kind of nods. Yeah, people don't just kind of roll through town, you know, make a big scene, kill a few jackboots. You know, you're mighty lucky that they seem to not be aware of that yet.
Well,
It makes just kind of eye contact with each of you.
I reach into my gold pouch and slide over 40 gold over to say, I would like you to keep it that way.
I could, or
he's literally saying they've already talked about this. And there was no transaction apparent before you gave him your money. What the hell are you doing, Turgan?
I'm ensuring his silence.
he kind of slides it back. How about you, pointing at you, Turgan, let me, just make a sketch of your arm real quick. Or, and he points over at Dog, you had a very strange visitor, I believe, 2 weeks ago. Gave you something special, hasn't been seen since. You know anything about that? And just sort of like hop in eye contact between both of you.
Yeah, one of those other finches that makes their way through my bog bonnet off. He kind of drooled over it, offered me twice what I thought it was worth. I don't know why everybody's been making such a fuss over that thing. I wish people would get off my...
Make a deception check.
Okay.
Gasp.
Got good deception. I know he does.
Oh yeah,
I
no, he
hope
does.
so. Yeah, +3.
Oh, that's it? I thought you had more than that.
Do I base it off of something else? Because it just says
No,
+3
I mean
for
it should be
deception.
it should be updated. So if it's +3, it's +3. Yeah. I forgot you picked stealth. Ooh,
Oof.
Bugs.
10.
10.
All right.
Eh.
That's definitely not happening.
He's got to roll to see if he believes you.
Kind of leans in a bit. We'll see. From what I heard, there was 2 dead Brotherhood members on the road going towards your bog. But it doesn't look like they ever got there. So that's just
Right. Those are the people that I just mentioned that like accosted me, thinking that I had this little knick-knack thing that the other guy was drooling over.
Right. Well, I think you told me quite enough. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
Y'all can see yourselves out. I've got some paperwork to do.
Holy shit, that was weird.
I'm gonna collect my set and be like, if you ever want to play again, you know who I am.
What?
Yeah. I was up for a game. If you ever want to trade some more information, you know who to come to. Sort of reaches out and tries to shake your hand.
I give him a hearty shake.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, well, yeah, if you ever want anything specific, I'll trade you, I'll say at least one good secret for that arm, just so I can get the specs on it. You can keep it, of course. I just want to get a look.
I'm afraid it's a secret that I hold quite tight.
Well, offers on the table. Should you change your mind?
I pull the arm out and like start kind of reattaching it.
As the anime riff comes on, and he punches a hole in the wall.
And good day then. Just sort of like
Same to you.
he stays seated at the desk, sort of in this private chamber as y'all kind of exit back out.
As soon as I walk out of that room and just like feel the arm come back.
As it just sort of like almost feels like it just boots back on, like the inscriptions you have on it just like were just flipped on like a switch.
Well, I guess we got what we needed.
Yeah, what's that stuff called again? Boxing?
I'm not sure I follow.
The thing that makes your arm not work in the room.
Oh, he had some anti-magic field that basically stops anyone from casting any sorts of magic or anyone.
No, I was asking if it was called boxing.
Out of character, is that what it's called, Lance?
No, it's usually like
some kind. You called it something when we went in there.
well, it's like anti-magic, like an anti-magic field, or it's
Yeah,
like
I thought what it was, but I thought you called it something with a V. Oh, okay.
No, they can recall at least.
Okay. Well, anyways,
Yeah, I don't like that guy knows that he can make your arm not work with that. That
Well,
could be like really valuable to people.
I mean, fair enough, but it doesn't stop me from casting or anything like that. It just makes me back into a one-handed person.
No, it literally does stop you from casting his thing.
Well, technically, yes, if I was in that type of area, but if
Which
That
is
was
what
the
he
whole
talked
point
about.
of what I was. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant it as far as not being able to use my second arm. I'm sorry.
Yeah, while
That's
you were
exactly
there in
what
that
I'm-
place.
Yeah, and then somebody being able to use the ability to turn off that arm like against us in the future. Then that guy selling that information to somebody. who's,
Well,
like,
again, my magic
to
doesn't
stop
come.
us.
The magic doesn't come from the arm. Like it
right,
just.
but that I don't like you only having one arm.
No, neither do I. But
What do you have against the disabled, dog?
No, I would just prefer him to have two arms. That's so wrong.
there's not much I can really do about it if there's an anti-magic. Actually, if there's an anti-magic field, there's not much I can really do of anything. besides hit people with my staff and maybe flail my mechanical arm around and
Encourage violence.
killed. That.
Yeah, and like maybe next time don't like take off your like incredibly rare magic prosthesis in front of some guy that trades in secrets. Maybe like hide it under your robe even if it goes dead on you, you know? So he doesn't like know if there is ever a next time.
There could be. But I mean,
So are
honestly,
we outside now? Or are we still, like,
Yeah, we're out.
Yeah, I would assume you're out in the streets again.
Okay.
I mean, all he really got
or,
to know
or
was
give that guy money with just like an assurance that he's not going to tell people something when his
Which he
whole
probably
business
will.
is selling secrets.
Well,
He just like out 40 gold.
Oh no,
He gave it back.
Oh,
It's even worse.
Yeah.
yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the vibe you get is whatever he wanted off of you, he got off of you, and he was totally
Yeah,
content.
and he's going to sell all kinds of secrets off of him.
Yeah, I don't know. It was worth a
okay.
try to keep him.
Okay,
and speaking of which, he saw right through my horse shit, I'm pretty sure, and he knows I have this like really rare thingy that people keep trying to like kill me to take off of me, and we should probably talk about that sometime after we hit the road to get these packages.
Speaking of that,
You showed us.
brainstorm real quick. The jackboots don't yet know that we slaughtered 4 their people.
Yeah, they do. We got to assume they do.
No,
No,
you just
no,
said
they
that they don't know
definitely-
yet.
Then why would they have contracted us for this job?
To set us up, and he might also
Exactly.
be aware of that and be making money on both.
So I don't know if we should even follow through with this job anymore.
Oh, we totally should. Then we ambush the ambush. Yeah, that's goblin style.
When is ambush?
Yeah. I'm gonna do a bunch of like shitty
Right,
like, kung
but
fu stuff.
when is the
Start
ambush?
like hopping around.
Okay.
Like I'm gonna kick Ferric in the shin. It's probably
I'm just gonna like set him on his back so I can watch him struggle like a cockroach to try and get up.
Ferric. It's probably pick me up, damn it. It's probably where
All right, I'll take him up.
probably where we're gonna pick up the actual packages. None of this makes any sense. Like why they would like have this like baggage train when they could just have the people that had the original carts there. Like all this stinks. Stinks.
I definitely think we are being.
Right. So where we've arranged to pick up the boxes, the crates.
Is where we should assume the ambush is laying.
Yeah, and then we
Wait.
creep up on it.
Well, I think we should maybe go and find Grimm since we have his whereabouts.
Yeah, that is.
Fuck, I didn't write that down.
Yeah,
He's staying with a trader named Joseph.
yeah. Turgan is the notes guy, so that makes perfect sense. You said his name's Joseph.
Yes.
Yes, on the east end.
I heard something about
Yeah.
Belgard.
Near the Belgard gate.
All right, so we should leave town through there.
That's east.
Yeah, let's go in the opposite direction of where you were priorly
So
going.
we need to. We need to. I mean, we get the horse and carriage from the stables on the west end of town. So if we go do that, we can then use the horse-drawn carriage transportation to go east.
And kidnap Grimm.
Okay, maybe.
And
Sure.
then we can immediately leave the city through that gate. And then
Yeah.
if we have to loop back around to the west, is that possible if we've already left?
Without going through
Am I
Turin
not
again?
over-
Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
The quickest way would be for you to basically wrap around and go through Traveler's Rest, which is basically the Switzerland of the continent.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about, baby.
Not in a good way, as in, like, everything is legal and there is no, like, law.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh.
I'm cool with that.
It's very small. It's literally like a township that's built on an island on the river, so no kingdom
So is it
claims
just
it.
is this literally just a place for like bandits to ambush people that are traveling? Is that why it's called Traveler's Rest? It's like ironic.
The basic way to think of it is more of I forget the name. Is it Tortuga? Like where all the pirates like had basically you can't kill other pirates here kind of thing. It's similar to that. Like no gang really runs it, but most gangs function out of it in some way. It's where a lot of the smuggling is done because it is right on the river. So it is a place to pass through. Like, people travel through there all the time. It's one of the only ways going that direction without going through Turin or going all the way down through Solon. So it's like people travel through there. It's just one of those, like, you check your pockets if you're going through and you look fresh-faced.
Well, we don't look very fresh-faced. It's up to you guys. But, yeah, I think we should snag Grim. And if you guys want to try to keep him quiet and knocked out till we make it out of town on the other side of town, I'm down to go back through. I don't really care. I just don't want to get arrested when we're right about to go try to save this chick.
I don't necessarily think we need to kidnap him. I think tell him what we know about the...
I mean, I definitely think we're gonna have to maybe like waterboard him a little bit to get him to give
aren't
us
we gonna
some
like
information.
make him come with us so we can use him as?
Oh hell no!
Why not? If the race is being held in the Jack Boots mansion, he's gonna know it better than us. He was one of the founding members there.
Oh,
he
that's a
could
good point.
lead us into some...
Yeah, and we could already be there, and he could have told us this, right? Like already.
No, he had no idea where Theresa was. So
but he had been to this mansion.
He was a member of the Jack Boots, yes, a founding member.
Right, and he wouldn't know where they would take him. I find that hard to believe. He could have guessed if he wanted to.
Well, I mean, I'm sure he had plenty of guesses, as they have plenty of locations.
Yeah, I bet they only have one mansion.
Yeah, but I bet that's not the only quote-unquote safe house that they use.
No,
Yeah.
I get it now. It's of course, it's obvious. It's their family manor. Where else would you lock someone up?
So you're telling me she literally
She's
put
under
her
house
twin
arrest.
sister? Yeah, she grounded her twin sister. All right.
Oh my god. This is what's that one guy who wrote all those plays? It's that.
Shakespearean?
Well, I was trying not to.
Wow, he exists here.
I was trying not to say he who shall not be named.
I'm sorry.
He is like a
Voldemort?
Voldemort, yeah. Oh my god, I fucking right there.
No, you're totally good. I couldn't come up with a equivalent of Shakespeare fast enough, or we wouldn't have had that problem.
So, Grim it is, and then let him know what we found.
Or are we gonna get the carriage and then go to Grim, or
It's Shake Shieldian.
carriage and then leave? How are we doing?
But if we go to get the carriage, then turn back into the city and go east, like the Jack Boots would then ask questions.
That's a good point.
So we have to go through Traveler's Rest.
No, I mean we could go to Grim in the city now.
Right, and then if we have to snag Grim against his will, we have to leave through the gate there and go through Traveler's Rest, or are we going to go through...
We'll have to go west because we need to pick up our horse-drawn carriage in the
I
west.
thought we were getting the
Dark
horse-drawn carriage before we went to see
Well,
Grim.
no, because Turgan brings up a good point. Why would we, if we pick it up and then tree apes through town, all the way across, get to the other side, talk to Grim, will the jackboots not have questions as to why we're doing that in the carriage we're supposed to be leaving town in?
Actually, no, we can do it. Joseph's a trader. We're picking up supplies.
Yeah, and we could just like horse shit our way through any kind of response like that. Not to mention the fact that like most of these guys typically leave like the thinking to the higher.
But we need to move quickly
yeah.
though, because again, as we both of you have cleared to point out, chances are our draconic friend is probably going to rat us out in about, I would say, by the end of the day.
Yeah, easy. And nice job on that chess match, by the way. And holy shit, that guy gives me the fucking creeps. That was bizarre. I don't know about you guys, but that was just weird.
To be honest with you, that I don't take it personal. He's an information, but it doesn't make him any less of an asshole.
I'll fight him. I'll straight up fight him.
Yeah, he just gives me the creeps. I'm just glad we're not next to him anymore. Anyways, okay, so we're getting the wagon then, and then our story is we're going to get supplies while we're on our way to see Grim.
Yes,
we're gonna go to Joseph.
Okay, and
should we
maybe actually get supplies? I think We still have
Maybe
enough
from
like
Joseph.
health potions, all the things.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if
we
y'all
were-
are actually making the trip, y'all are gonna want to buy actual supplies. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, let's
yeah,
go ahead
we're
and
gonna
buy
buy
some
from
food.
Joseph while we're
Yeah.
there.
Who knows? Maybe he knows
We,
something, and then we can like guilt-free
yeah.
just rob him.
We have 100 gold that the madam of the house, or Jack, gave us to spend on supplies for the trip.
Oh, easy squeeze.
So
Alright, let's go and gather up our carriage then.
All right.
All right. So as you're already in the High Cliffs, so essentially you kind of cross the bridge back into Western Trading District, and you sort of are now heading onto what is the main thoroughfare. Basically, Northern Turin is like kind of the lifeblood of the city. The road runs west to east, multiple bridges leading to the center aisle, and then the same thing repeats going eastward all the way out to Belgard. Takes you a bit of travel, but you do manage to
what?
No, I just saw BRBs, so it threw me off for a second. I thought somebody dropped because I can't hear Discord, so... But as you continue traveling west, you do find the Western Guard Tower Stables, which is sort of... It's basically the city's private, publicly used stables that the Merchant Guard themselves kind of take care of and the tax dollars fund. But yeah. But with that, I think that's where we will call it for this session for the week.
All right.
Oh, alright. Alrighty then.
Yeah, did we lose somebody?
Sabato was AFK.
Okay, that's what threw me off. I was like, I didn't hear anything drop. But yeah, so with that, we will pick up next week with y'all getting your horse and carriage, deciding if you're going to rent other horses, get other supplies, which direction y'all are going, who y'all are going to pursue first, and all of that. And we will be back on a regular schedule every Friday, hopefully. So,
Yay!
yeah. I'll try to, hopefully, if I can get around my work schedule, get the uploads going back on time. And yeah, we will see everybody next Friday.
Bye, everyone.
Yep, thanks
You,
for
thank
watching.
you.